So last week we ended off in some interesting scenes with Paul and Lorenzo going through all of Sal's files. Now that Lorenzo has inherited all of Sal's everything. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, you're going to find out that Sal owes a lot.
Which I will be happy to ignore.
You'll be happy to ignore the debt that you have inherited? Awesome. Anyway, that will not at all come up later.
No, I'll
Don't worry about that. We're just forget.
So, just so we can get things started with everything that's going on and what everybody knows already, I'm going to go ahead and do a round robin around the table real quick and find out what everything is, what everybody is doing, starting with Hattie. It is Friday, so it is everything is shut down on like the street level. The gates are locked. The city is doing what the city does. They're having their standard Mardi Gras-esque style party that they do every weekend. It's like a party night at Ybor City, for those of you from Florida. So what would you be up to?
Minding the shop at this point.
Okay. You're just hanging out at the bookstore?
Normally, yeah. I tend to just kind of wait until our little neighborhood of friends do something cray-cray or fly out of cars. So I'll kind of just...
Okay. Everyone, this is how you play an elder.
Yeah.
You don't. You just avoid everything. Yeah. Levi. What is Levi doing?
I'm at that place with that person doing that thing.
I think at this point in time, everybody knows what that is out of character. So you don't have to play.
Know?
I think after last week.
I don't know. Just in case. I'm at that place.
I've got a high
with that
suspicion
person
for about
doing
3
that
weeks.
thing.
Okay. Doing that thing?
I don't know what that thing is. I just assume we're doing something.
Okay.
I would like to drink some blood, though.
He will happily give you blood.
That's right.
He's happy to do that. So
Thank
we'll go ahead and mark you down to 1.
That's right.
He does make you demand it so that you get your satisfaction of fulfilling your
I'll
extortion.
demand it.
Yeah.
Demand it right in his punk-ass little face. I did not say that to him. That was in my brain.
Damn good idea.
The whole time. In my brain. In my brain. Thank you, Daddy.
Nice cover.
I'm done. You can move
Lorenzo.
on.
Oh,
So
boy.
when you say debt, how much debt are we talking?
There's a good amount of debt that he owes to a lot of individuals. A lot of them happen to be members of the Hikata. A lot of them don't have dates that match up to the Hikata. He owes Crow a hell of a date back from 2002, back when Crow was still a Harbinger.
Oh, no.
So he owed the Sabat debts. He owes a massive debt to McCarthy as
That
well.
explains some things.
Mm-hmm.
He owes a debt to James Merrick, the former prince of the city, who is now said to be aligned with the Anarchs. He owes a debt to Billy Smith, the current prince of the city.
How much trouble have you gotten that they need to clear up for you?
Well, shit.
You okay?
Is this Lorenzo's actual words?
Yeah, as I realize how much debt that...
Quite a bit of debt. You can calculate it to being collectively probably around $2 or $3 million worth of debt.
Woof.
Woof, 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 woof.
That he's been able to basically...
These personal loans, or what? Does it say what they were for?
Oh, they're all personal loans.
Holy shit.
They're all personal loans in the form of money transactions, in the investment in the form of boons, various things.
See, this is why my resources aren't going up. Instead, they may be going down.
Sal wandered around looking like trashy but rich, when in reality he was walking around trashy and broke.
He was trying to project that gold.
You know what he
chain
reminds
energy.
me of? Remember that guy on the commercials was mowing the lawn, really happy. He's like, I've been dead up to my eyeballs.
Somebody help me.
Yeah,
It really did
starting
seem
to
like he
remind me
had
of
no
this.
intention on paying anybody. You also find a lot of information in horrible chicken scratch, handwritten in journals. These, and I'm not talking about nice leather-bound fancy journals. I'm talking about like spiral notebook, crappy,
my God.
50 cents at Walmart for like
But
So
six
if
of
we
them.
of 'em,
clear
yeah.
Sal's accounts, how much money is still going to be owed?
If you clear out Sal's accounts, you are going to lose 2 resources.
Fuck.
Forever or like for a period of time?
He could possibly gain them back, but they will definitely be gone for the rest of this story. If you choose to pay that back. And he has some big names on his
Big
debt.
names that I don't want to owe money to.
Yes, and you know, as far as it is in Kindred society, if someone owes a boon and they die, the boon just moves downhill. Boons don't just disappear.
Bones transfer.
It's a boom ladder.
Now, there is possibly a way that you could handle this if you worked with the Harpy. But that would mean you'd have to go to Anaroma and speak with her directly.
That's just a giant.
If I'm
target.
meeting with her,
Please
it's
do.
going to be
Take
long
your
enough to kill
anaconda.
her.
I mean, I guess you could kill everybody who is connected to these.
I could.
It's
That-
worked for
that's an
various
option.
kings.
Yeah,
through
that
the
is a
years.
very Putin-esque
It is.
style
It
option.
is.
I mean,
It's a very,
always a
very
Putin-esque
Putin-esque
option.
option.
All right, I hear you've been looking around. Sal owed you some money, right? Did you want that from me? Click.
yeah, I will be. We'll be ignoring the MacArthur debt at least for now.
Love how everybody calls him MacArthur.
It's McCarthy.
McCarthy.
Sorry.
Like the politician.
It's okay. I just think it's funny that everyone has taken on to that.
All right, so
For a little while, I kept going Janice because everybody was calling Janet Janice. So
The McCafe.
I'll be forwarding
McAfee.
the ones that are at least known Kindred to Janice.
okay, you just did it.
Because you fucking did it.
Oh, there it goes again.
It's
Oh
your
my
fault.
Mhm.
I'll be forwarding over to Janet, letting her know that these are the debts that are going to be taking priority.
Okay.
And I know that we can't pay them off at once, but we need to get rid of these before they come after us. Especially the people that may be leaving the city.
Understood.
Damn. And now I'm going to start going through, trying to figure out who owes us money. Because,
Yeah.
you know, Putin-esque, we go after people for protection money.
Understood.
And everything else.
There's quite a few protection racket style things that are centered in various districts around Portland. One of which seems to be quite overdue, which is strange because he's taken meticulous detail into not missing payments from anybody, but apparently he has not received a payment from Teenies in 2 years.
Teenies.
He apparently owns that building. But there's a club in the Pearl District called Teenies that he just has not even attempted to collect money from. You've never even heard about it, and usually if there's a hard time getting money, you're the person to call.
I'm just going to do a quick search. Just real, put it in Google, see what I can find out about the Teenies restaurant just Monday.
No, it's a nightclub. It's a popular place. It's kind of a J-pop style club.
Right, so one of those nightclubs that will cause your ears to bleed. Gotcha.
Pretty much. They do foam parties, and it's a rave joint.
Okay.
But it's a legit rave joint.
Okay. I'm like how much money do they owe? Like not well. Is there
2
enough to
years.
make
2 years worth of payment.
2 years worth of payment.
2 years rent in the Pearl District? Probably
Right.
quite a lot.
So I'm gonna have Janet reach out to
I mean, if it's commercial.
some of the Puttanesca leg breakers
Mm-hmm.
6
and have them
for
do
sure.
what they do, and see if we can find out what's going on over there.
Yeah, sure. Send somebody over. But Janet will go ahead and be busy making those calls. It's kind of interesting. You don't really see much property owned in the Pearl District. It's one of the few times you actually see something that would be rather masquerade breachy. If these, ledgers were sent over into like the IRS or anything like that, because it says that most of the everything in the Pearl District, residential, businesses, pretty much everything is owned by the ministry, and therefore is funneling money directly into the Anarch movement.
Is
Well,
Teeny's
that's
owned
good
by
to
the
know.
ministry?
Huh?
Is Teeny's owned by the ministry?
No, it's
It's good for me to
it's
know.
Teeny's straight out says that it's owned by a woman named Martina.
That's where your tax base went.
Her name is Martina Lee. She owns it, and she owns it straight out, except for the property itself, which is technically in your name at this point. But like everything from like the apartment buildings, the warehouses, the hookah lounge down the corner, everything is owned by the ministry in that area. And since the ministry is Anarch, it's owned by the Anarchs.
Dun, dun,
That might be part of the reason why you may not have collected out there, just because of
Yeah, he could very well be avoiding that.
there's
The
problems with the ministry.
the ministry itself has been strange since about 2013, since they started calling themselves the ministry.
Keep sending people out to collect the rent, and they're just like, can't stop here. This is Anarch country.
Yeah, no kidding.
No. They go and they knock on the door and go, ah, yes, would you like to hear of our Lord and Savior? Fill in the blank today. It's reverse Jehovah
Have
Witnesses.
you got a moment to hear about our Lord and Savior set?
Yeah, those are reverse Jehovah Witnesses. You knock on
Alright.
their door and they
Any,
try
any
and...
other deals I should be aware of while we're going through this stuff?
There's really so much here. It's
Yeah.
gonna take you forever to go through them, but that's pretty much the heaviest
One
stuff.
giant fucking headache.
It is.
That's what you get for shooting people.
A headache?
Yes.
I mean, he got a headache.
Or did he get his headache cured?
Yes.
Well, eventually it would have tripled. It would have gone down to me anyways. I mean, it just means that I got to focus on getting this stuff repaid. But yeah, we're basically any company that owes us money for protection, they owe us money for anything else. I want our groups to start leaning on them. to get that
Understandable.
paid.
Most businesses, however, except for that one, are going to be pretty well paid up.
Once,
That doesn't mean you can't
Yeah.
lean on them further and get more money out of them. It just means some of these people are already holding on by the skin of their teeth.
yeah. Now, I am willing to work with the business, and just take cuts until I'm paid up, because I gotta make sure I start paying back these other debts.
Well, I understand.
But all right. Damn. Oh, how much time has it only been like another 24 hours since last
We are on the
game
next
session?
night.
Okay. All right. Okay, yeah, just, I guess that's it for now. Just,
As you're dealing with the headache, you are going to hear Janet answer the phone. And then say, please hold. And she will knock on the office door.
I'll keep it open for her.
Okay. You have a phone call on line 1.
Who is it?
It's McCarthy.
You got this, champ. You'll be great.
Okay. Thank you.
It's bound to happen.
Wanders back out to her desk,
And,
wishing she had Auspex.
wow. The question is, do I pick up?
You just see that red light blinking on the phone. It's just an old wired VoIP phone.
Hold on a second. Because I'm pulling up the voice record app on my phone, and I'm going to start hitting record, and then I will put it on speakerphone.
Okay. You hit the button that answers the phone.
Yep.
And as seconds before, minuscule amount of time before his voice kicks in, you hear a couple of clicks and then a small hissing sound as a recorder in the drawer of his desk kicks on.
Inheritances.
Apparently, Sal has recorded every phone call that's come through this phone.
No.
Well. Interesting.
Lorenzo,
How can I help
you
you?
hear your top dog now,
Yes.
which means we have a contract. I would like to know who you're sending to replace the top worker.
I volunteer.
I don't want this to go sideways, Lorenzo.
No. I will get somebody over.
Okay.
Just,
Is there a time I can expect? Are they as good as you?
well, I'm not going to say they're as good as I am, but I'll make sure that you get someone good. I need to go over exactly what was your terms with Sal. Just exactly how much the job was worth. Because I noticed here that we've got a debt slip for you. I'm going over all of Sal's paperwork.
You are supposed to be working for me until my project is completed, and I am settling all of your debts.
All of the debts.
All of your debts. A clean slate. Every member of the Camarilla, every fucking member of the Sword of Cain that Sal owes that now you owe is going to be paid off.
I cannot believe how much debts that man had.
He's a wonder, wasn't he?
How do you get that much debt in such a short amount of time is what
Especially
I'm trying to figure
smoking
out.
such cheap cigars.
That's probably
Jesus
what she was going so he had no money to buy the break.
So, I get the Camarilla off your back. I get the Sword of Cain off your back. And I just need my building built, Lorenzo. And I need to make sure I survive this whole thing. Because as the ivory tower scoots away, which will happen before I'm even done doing this, I have no more protection other than you. And it's not that I don't trust the Anarchs, but I don't trust the Anarchs.
Oh, you mean you don't trust the group that blows up their own buildings every other night?
There is that.
Damn.
I don't remember us blowing up any of our own buildings.
All right.
Lots of other people's buildings.
If I can't find someone out that's appropriate for the job, I'll just retake it over myself.
Interesting. And who exactly does this grand privilege fall on after you die?
We'll see. After I'm dead,
He
it's
didn't
someone
say
else's
it.
problem.
All right, well, I have bare bones security at my establishment at this time. And I'm wondering how much I should take off for payment.
All right.
Because right now we're in breach of contract, Lorenzo.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. We will definitely get this back where it needs to be.
Fine. I'm going to start heading over to the build site. I will be there probably within the hour. And I really hope I have someone watching my site. And he hangs up.
And now that I know about that recording,
Oh, it clicks off like right after he hangs up.
oh, I'm gonna have fun going over some of those. So are these like?
No,
Is this
you're not.
digital recordings or
Oh,
are
no.
they?
No, they're all tape.
Lorenzo, no, you're not. You're going to find out how much of that money you spent on 900 lines.
Did I hear 900 lions?
Lines.
Oh.
Yeah, he called up Miss Cleo
Sex
a few
lines.
times.
Oh,
and
okay.
I thought
sex
you
lines
said.
and
Pound
Yeah.
Town.
yeah.
1-800-POUND.
I thought you said lions also, for the record.
So let's move on and see how Paul's doing, and I'll let you absorb everything that you just got there. What is
Paul's
Paul
doing about it. He's living about the best life he can at this moment. He's got 1 foot up on a banker's box full of files. He's got a wire coat hanger unwrapped into a scratcher to get under the cast in that foot in one hand, and he's got about half a glass of bourbon left in the other for pain-killing purposes.
Only half a glass.
Where do you think the other half went?
John is still in the hospital, obviously. But he is awake. He's doing fine. They're just making sure he gets all of his fluids and...
They're just making sure that they fix all his coat pain needs.
Well, this
before he
this
leaves.
strange anemia that he suffered from is something that they're not taking any chances with. But he is moved to the hospital that is within the New Orleans district, so you don't have to worry about that. Funny thing is, he was signed off to be released to the other hospital by a Dr. William Porter.
Of course he was.
He punched through a wall.
He did.
So you've got Moses, and you've got wow, names. So you've got Moses and you've got Tommy, who are you at the office? Or are you at your apartment?
I am. You act as though there is a fundamental distinction between the two.
Yeah, they're across the street from each other.
Yes. And I don't really go to my apartment.
Okay. Well, considering the fact that it's in a CAM building after what they did to you in that building, that's possibly true.
Oh, that's right. No, scratch that. I did resolve to spend a lot more time over there now.
Okay, so are you at your apartment then?
Sure.
Okay. Moses and Tommy went out of their way to make sure that you have like an office set up at home more similar to the one that's at work, and all your files have been moved to make sure that you got what you need. Moses doing most of the work during the day.
Good.
So what kind of files are you going over at the moment?
Well, probably still kicking through all the McCarthy situation. Because I believe we got just about everything sorted out vis-a-vis Mr. Lorenzo.
Most of everything that you can find on McCarthy's various businesses are all legitimate businesses that are bringing in a lot of money and donate to a lot of charities. You do see the name Zentosa signed off on a lot of things.
Oh boy.
Well, that's for the next round of public record searches. And
One interesting thing that you do find is a commission with the Portland, with the local Portland government, specifically the police department in their emergency group CERT, signing over a lot of permissions to use the land, and then also something about extensive digging on the property.
like archaeology digging?
Boring.
Huh.
Strangely enough, it's actually in the address directly next to where this hospital or this phlebotomy center is being built.
Okay, I'll bite. What used to be there? Is he playing with Indian burial grounds on top of everything else?
Well, directly before
Wouldn't be freaking surprised.
Directly before this, there was a medical building that was part of the Olympic City that was put there. The Olympic City itself was pretty interesting. There was a arena that was actually meant to be used for the Olympics that never happened because for some reason they pulled out last minute. But the arena, there was lots of housing, almost like a little neighborhood, for people who were participating. There was a small clinic, which is where this boring apparently took place. But most of that all went up when the gas mains, quote unquote, had their first big explosion and took out most of the arena.
Out of character, that wouldn't be a bad coterie name for the gang.
Quote unquote?
No. Gas mains.
Gas man.
That's a good gang name for the anarchs.
Thought you were gonna
Yes,
say gay
though.
name.
Ah,
It wasn't us.
everything was our fault, ultimately. Even the things that we weren't there for.
So yeah, that's what you're going to get from a lot of that McCarthy stuff. It is remarkable how much legitimate, without, at least from what you can tell, and in fact, if you want to throw a test, you can. How much of this is actually legitimate and not laundered, and seems to all trace back to true sources.
You know I love to roll
I know you
tests,
like to
right?
roll.
Yeah. What am I rolling?
Probably intelligence, because this is what you do. I would say plus finance. One? Yeah, if there's anything in there that's shady, you can't find it. It's just the repeated occurrence of Xanthosa, Obertus, and Brodovich that seems to be catching your eye.
No.
Those names.
We'll go through public records the next chance we get and look at those. And probably we should get through the newspaper clippings. Moses is in here, right?
Moses is here.
Okay. And we probably need to get through some news clippings from around the time that Olympic Village was built. See if anything happened.
That was in the mid-90s.
Yeah, well, that means the newspaper was actually still doing things back then, so that's a plus.
Okay, so Moses can get on that for you. He'll look through the records.
Yep.
So you're just going to continue your work?
Why would I change pace, you know?
Yep, I understand.
There's more than enough reading to keep me busy for far more time than I've got.
Valentino.
He pretty much will be going over whichever body needs to be worked on, whichever body needs to be disposed of, and whichever body needs to be carved on.
Okay. Are you downstairs in your office, your workshop,
My workshop / dormitory.
your kitchen? So probably around now, pushing 9:30 at night, you're going to hear the door open at the top of the stairs, and you're going to hear Michael excitedly disagreeing with someone as they're walking down the stairs. Michael is attempting to offer to go get you instead of them going down into your private area.
Okay.
A man in a white suit, flowing hair, shoulder length. He's unshaven, kind of chubby. Is pushing right past Michael as if he's not even there, completely just ignoring him. As you see his legs come down into visibility, as he's walking down the stairs, you hear, "Valentino."
Yes.
Hi.
Hello.
You've seen him around. He is a member of the Hecata. Not one that you've really spent much time with. But this is the much talked about recently DeLuca Giovanni.
What can I do for you?
I wanted to talk to a Pisano. Your family's talents and skills are known far and wide, and your reputation is growing quite a bit as well.
What did I do?
What have you not done? You're gaining quite amount of status working with our dear Whistler, and you're handling yourselves a lot. I mean, you took in a lot of the bodies after that incident on New Year's and all that.
Most of them were ours, so we just took them back.
Would you have accompanied?
100%.
So, seconds later, as he comes into view, so does Levi.
Levi arrives.
So,
Sorry, where are my manners? Can I offer you guys something to drink?
I've personally eaten already.
I'm good. Thank you.
My question is, I have an offer.
I'm all ears.
I have a project. Going. I have several members of the Hecata working with me already on this, and someone who is as ritually proficient as your family is actually somebody that I would like to get to work with me on this.
Are you gonna tell me what's this project about?
He walks over to one of your exam tables. Would you have a body? Out?
Yeah.
Cool. He walks right over the body and kind of like flops himself over it and goes, "I'm ready to bend over a Toreador and I want your help." He gets back up. He'll dust it off. I've been working with McCarthy, and I understand the Hecata have been doing their thing to try to stop McCarthy from doing what he's doing. I am very much trying to get McCarthy to complete what he's doing.
Okay.
Because it's going to fuck him over more than him getting stopped. You understand what he's building, right?
Yeah.
You understand there's going to be lots of people there, right? What happens to sick and injured people when there is a rip in the fabric that separates our world and the next?
Get hot and bothered, pretty much.
He is going to have to deal with many wraiths. He is. The Camarilla is going to have to deal with many wraiths. The Ivory Tower have nothing that can help him with that. My idea is that the Ivory Tower, eventually the Anarchs, will be completely pushed out of the city. We won't have a district, we'll have a city. We'll have a district for each of our families. How does that sound?
What's the catch?
Don't we work together? Isn't that the point of this family reunion?
There's always a catch. Even when we didn't find
He
our
like
kids.
looks under the sheet at the guys. He hops up on the table, which slightly scoots the body over a little bit. Doesn't fall off. But this guy obviously has no understanding of personal space, even for the dead. He's like leaning on the body and everything. He's like kind of like leaning back.
It is a Giovanni.
So, the catch is that we all get more.
Have you run it by Whistler by any chance?
There's a problem with that.
Oh, of course, here comes the catch.
This can be considered a catch if you want. I understand that Mother Anya, Hattie, and the Whistler all have a personal hatred of McCarthy, which is not allowing me to finish out this goal. They're taking their personal thoughts on the matter too far. They want him to suffer directly. I want him to suffer completely. I've been working on this plan for a very long time.
Go on, I'm listening.
We just need to open that gate a little bit more. And I have exactly the thing that will do it.
Okay. Have you worked every single detail?
He reaches into his jacket pocket and pulls out a blue paper that's folded up, and he unfolds a schematic. And he lays it on the corpse. And he just straightens it out, and he shows you what he's been working on. It's a bomb. I want to build this. Take that back. I have built this.
How big of an explosion are we talking?
100 souls. I know that seems like a lot to pay. But most of them go mad anyway, and you understand that. Hell, man, I don't care if they're specters.
There's one problem here.
What?
I'm not the spiritual guy. I am the
Ritualist.
corpse guy.
Ritualist. I understand that you're the corpse guy. What is going on here is that McCarthy has his own servants, we'll put it that way. His own
Quote-unquote zombie.
quote-unquote zombies, exactly. Which he is using chemically induced and various ways. And that is actually stopping me from doing some things. I want to replace the 30 workers he has with actual Risen.
Okay. I would just need one thing.
How much? He
I need money.
He pulls his checkbook. Oh, puts his checkbook back.
That thing hasn't. It's not gonna be. It's not being built without our people kind of help.
I've got some that I can help. That
No,
I can
no.
trust.
Somebody must be freaking helping him.
What do you mean?
That fucking slash in the thing doesn't happen that easily.
The rip?
Yeah.
The rip is from hundreds of years of persecution.
Not according to 3 people.
What
Three people are often wrong.
What 3 people?
Are you going to say Hattie the Whistler and Mother Anya?
Because they have a
ones
personal
who have a personal vendetta.
against him.
Yeah, they would have done something about that if they had just fucking seen it.
I want that rip to get bigger. We're going to take this bomb and all of the pieces in it are each going to have one soul bound to it necromantically. We take the soul to the Shadowlands, we put it in his house, and we detonate it. His house is gone, it's a bigger hole, and the jack is out of the box.
You do fucking realize that thing is what caused my people to get haunted, right?
This?
Because of something bigger than that, we lost 80% of our spirits.
Okay, you're talking about a nuke. This is not a nuke.
You're doing a miniature version.
Exactly.
Still the same fucking thing.
No, it's smaller.
Look, that is not the important part. What you need to see here is a city run by Hecata. You would not be stuck just here in your building. You could have an entire district for your family.
There's enough.
And the city would be held by us.
What?
No
Family. You're talking to the
Camarilla.
only piston up in the city.
Now.
You could build an empire. You could build a pyramid
That
if
I would
you
like
wanted.
to kick the motherfucking harbingers out of the city. That's the only thing.
Just say his magic word.
Oh.
Damn you! Damn you! Damn you, Tony.
We don't need Sabbat necromancers. In fact, I think we could actually, maybe, possibly, hear me out on this one, get them there when it goes off. That would be amusing.
I would need the rituals to do it.
Okay.
And if you
look
can
like you wanna say
provide
something.
the souls, then yes, I'll do it.
I can provide you 30 right now if you raise them after.
That would be...
If
wait,
we-
was that required, like, me killing 30 people?
Why are you asking me out of character?
Because the fucking... to raise them back up! You do realize what you're asking, right?
I'm asking you to do what you're good at.
Killing fucking 30 people?
Well, if you don't count them as dead already. Listen, parasites, diseases, mad cow. These people are already done. We're giving them a purpose. If anything, it's the humane thing to do. They can't just go home when this is all done. What if they remember what happened? He won't even know that they're dead. Because they're already wandering around like idiot children, into walls, into each other, falling down holes. Might be 29 at this point, but I'm pretty sure it's 30 still. I've already got another man working on 10 more. We're getting so close to getting done. All you gotta do is clear the slate with this 30. They can be bound to components in my precious little machine here that I'm calling Augie number 2. And then we'll just poof, open up the gate, make the wraiths even worse for a time being, scaring away the Anarchs, scaring away the Camarilla. The Hecata come in, we own the place, and we each get a district. This could be the
For
city
the ritual-
of the reunion.
Question, for the ritual, does it require for me personally to kill the victim?
Not necessarily. We can look at details.
Yeah.
Let's look at the.
That's actually a
semantics.
pretty interesting detail that I would like to know.
It's semantics. Even if it does, it's for a good cause. You can handle 30 stains.
It's fine.
Well, it's technically murder.
I didn't murder them.
60 stains.
But I didn't murder them.
But if he believed that it was in line with his tenets.
Exactly. What are your tenants? Let's take a look at that.
Murder 30 people.
Never snitch. Respect others and demand respect.
Not
That's
the
the Chronicle one.
not the
Oh.
chronicle tenants. Your personal convictions.
Always be loyal to the loyal.
Always be loyal to the loyal.
Yes. That's my only...
I mean, this guy is kind of coming to you for help. That's kind of a sign of loyalty.
He's kind of trying to be loyal to the
That's not how
family. He's being
being
loyal
loyal
to
to
the
himself.
family. No, to the family as he's trying to clear the path for the family.
All right. So, what we need you to do
loyalty.
Just
is create
Good.
the gift of false life. It's simple, level 1 ceremony.
Or create.
It says, through use of this ceremony, a vampire can raise a corpse or group of corpses to perform simple, single, or repetitive tasks, which is what they're already doing anyway. Prerequisite is ashes to ashes, but you don't have to worry about that being a pissin on. Ingredients, and I'm going to point that out there also just to say it again. I made it so that the Pisanob family does not have to have prerequisites because they are so well-suited, well-versed in rituals. So house rule on that one. Ingredients. A human body or multiple bodies. A small concoction of blood, phlegm, and bile. Which, you have a warehouse.
A warehouse of phlegm.
The process.
Band name.
The process. After applying the concoction to the corpse or corpses and performing the ceremony, the affected bodies animate into a form of false life. They follow a single command from the vampire, providing it's simple, and the corpse is physically capable of performing it. Such as sweep the floor, hold this door shut, or walk around the perimeter. They have no ability to think or calculate, no condition or complicated commands, such as attack the next person that walks through this archway, drive this car, or build a shack do not work. They may be directed towards a specific target for attack or other action if the necromancer points at them. System. The player makes a ceremony roll, and upon the win, they raise a number of corpses equal to their Oblivion rating, or a number of bodies they have prepared, whichever is lower. A critical win doubles their Oblivion rating for the purpose of the determining corpses raised. The mindless corpse animation ends when it's destroyed, or it concludes its task. These corpses do not defend themselves from attack and decay as normal. The ceremony does not grant them any form of immunity to elements or time. So no, you don't have to kill them yourself.
I personally don't want to do the killing.
Okay.
Just have somebody else do it.
I'm sure we can handle that.
I'll let you work the details with Michael. I need to get back to Michael.
Do you really want to bring Michael into this? A young Putinesca like that, getting involved in such dirty, dirty work.
Michael, take care of this.
Wrong kind of Putinesca. You need to talk to me.
Yeah. Take care of this, and I signal the other two to follow me to my actual personal office.
Okay. So we follow you.
Mm-hmm.
Deeper. What is the environment change here? We're going from a morgue lab to a what?
It's literally. Remember Resident Evil? The out of nowhere, there's like a freaking wooden door.
Sure.
Yeah, it opens into an office.
Okay.
Just bare minimums, and a teacher's desk.
When DeLuca walks in, he just kind of gives this place the appraisal eye and is obviously not impressed.
It is found wanting.
Maybe just a few Mayan masks here and there.
Valentino, is it right?
Oh god.
If you actually make something about feng shui, I swear to God, you're not the first one.
I was just going to suggest a really nice
Queer Eye for the Dead guy.
cream,
Yes.
or maybe a light slate gray on these walls, because.
Can we talk decorating later?
Sorry. I get distracted.
I'll redecorate Sal's office.
Okay.
Two things.
Yes.
One, I already told you, don't want to do the killing.
Fine.
Two, I cannot be known to be involved in this shit. I don't want.
Oh, you want to keep this
Hush, hush.
down low?
Mm-hmm.
We can do that. There's lots of things I don't talk about, so that's fine.
Okay. Where do you need me to be at?
The build site. I can keep McCarthy busy in his little side room.
How am I getting in?
Well, he's kind of lacking security at the moment. Thanks to thanks to Lorenzo. So this is going to be a lot easier.
Sure.
I mean, I can probably show him where he needs to go.
By all means, please.
Yeah.
So in an hour, I would like the two of you to show up to the build site. We'll get this taken care of. We'll unpop this cork. And then everything will start going downhill for Mr. McCarthy.
Okay.
Good. I'll leave you to it.
Sure.
And I am going to
He will
go...
personally go and open the door for the both of you.
Okay. He's going to be looking at his watch as he's walking out, and he's going, I'm going to go meet my business partner. And walks out.
And I'm staying with
He
you.
literally points out, not my office, please.
Oh, that's fine. I'll leave your office.
Uh,
But
So you're Levi, if my memory serves me right.
that's correct.
So what do you do?
Oh, I work with occult items mostly, you know.
I heard I work with
I have a shop. I don't like I have the most atrocious shop wench. I'm going with wench. Yeah. I think that works. I mean, that's not what she would choose.
No, you.
That is. I don't think that she would appreciate that moniker, but I do think it fits her because she has put all of this hippy dippy, crunchy crystal stuff into my store.
All right, we're gonna move on to the next scene. I actually just think that is the best way to end this scene. Hippy dippy, crunchy, crystal stuff.
Been going on for a while.
Before everybody says,
Welcome to the rant. We'll do a willpower roll later.
oh god.
So, what about
Walking out.
Daniela?
So I wasn't at last game,
Yeah,
so
you're feeling better. Your fingers
Yeah.
back to normal.
yeah.
Whose property are you breaking into today?
About that actually.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
So
That's perfectly fine.
I'm thinking it might be high time to go snoop around the Olympic City, like Whistler kind of suggested.
Very cool.
So not
It's a good thing someone already has Sal's soul bound. Because if he wasn't, I'd summon him just so I could kill him again.
not the build site necessarily, but kind of everywhere around there.
Okay.
So
The Olympic City takes up a very large portion. You could actually fit probably about 8 of these build sites in this area. It's massive. And it is completely surrounded by a chain link fence that has that green privacy sheeting. Surrounded. There's it says condemned area, do not enter. It's it's your bread and butter.
yes.
So are you doing this alone or
Probably. I will have made sure that Peter knows about it, just in
Okay.
case things go sideways, and probably Whistler knows about it because he was the one who kind of suggested it.
okay?
I don't know who I'd take with me though.
Okay. Whistler, when you go to leave, he gives you a very strange trinket to take with you. It appears to be a rooster's skull, and it literally has a safety pin hot glued to the back underside of it, so you can actually wear it like a brooch kind of thing. But it seems to have been slightly singed, burned.
Okay.
It has a very strange herby smell to it. And as he gives it to you, he actually puts a drop of blood in each of its eyes, like in its canals.
Okay. What?
This will help us find you if anything happens.
Ah. Yes. She'll pin it to the inside of her shirt.
Okay. It's a little awkward. Size of a bird's head.
Yeah, it's probably about yay big, but that way it's not on her jacket, and it's not obvious where it can get torn off. Is what I was thinking.
About the time that you arrive, there's a white SUV that pulls in to the prime build site around the same time. And
junky car. I'm just laughing.
But yeah, it pulls in. It's actually McCarthy when you see him. Gets out of the car himself, opens up the gate himself, gets back in the car, drives in, gets out, shuts the gate himself. He seems very indignant.
Yeah, I can imagine.
This does not work for him. But you're so far away from it that it's not really... He wouldn't notice you, probably. And there's so much open space out here that there's... you probably no chance of being noticed.
Okay. Cool.
I know you have those bolt cutters.
Yep.
So.
I got the bolt cutters.
I assume you're cutting the
I've got larceny and lockpicking. I can definitely get in there.
Well, I mean, that's your choice there. You can either pick the lock or you can just cut the bolt.
Let's start with the lock.
Okay.
I'm sure there's a back gate somewhere.
Okay. The lock, which is literally just it's just a padlock on a thick chain wrapped around the actual chain link itself. It's nothing unusual that you haven't cracked before to get into places. In fact, the last time you saw this make and model, it rotted in your hands as you touched it the night of your embrace.
Ah.
So it's kind of a nostalgic feeling when you go to reach for it. Go ahead and give me a dexterity plus larceny, and I believe you have a lockpick.
I do have lockpicking.
So you are one trait up in this test.
Dexterity plus larceny plus lockpicking. That's a scary handful of dice.
Did anybody want an eating utensil?
I would like a fork, please.
I'm already eating.
Yeah. 2 successes.
2 successes.
You're actually having a hard time with it, though.
Yeah.
You can feel it. You almost got it. You're having a hard time.
Okay. I'm not sure how much time I can afford to spend on it.
True.
So.
This is a pretty serious area that people don't want anybody near. Because this is the start of all the problems in the city.
Yeah. If I don't feel like I'm going to be able to get it in a appreciable length of time, I'll go back for the bolt cutters.
Okay.
And try and cut the lock.
You're probably going to have to do that.
Okay.
So go ahead and give me a, I guess...
Watch me fail this roll. Watch me fail this roll. I was rolling 5 dice for the lock picking.
I mean...
This is why
what do
I
you
have
guys
bolt
think?
cutters.
Do you think you really need to roll for using bolt cutters on a chain?
If they're bolt cutters, I think the chain has to roll in.
Yeah, I mean,
The chain
unless
has to roll.
Unless like it was an absurdly
Yeah. You know what?
like,
Go
it's a
ahead.
typical chain and
We're gonna do this.
Humans can do that.
It's gonna be. Go ahead and roll your strength +1 since you don't have melee, you don't have brawl or anything that you can really fight with it. So go ahead and roll those 2 dice. You just need 1 success to do this.
What? You're asking much of my dice. You have forgotten my dice.
they haven't been here in so long.
Oh,
Who goes there?
may I?
Yes, go for it.
Okay.
Nick Fury, huh?
I can see how the bolt cutters would give you flashbacks of losing.
Okay. I've got an idea.
Uh-oh.
I want you to do the exact same roll, your strength, but I also want you to put your oblivion with it.
Oblivion with it.
Yes. So
Oh,
strength
no.
plus the 1 for the tool for the bolt cutters, and take your oblivion because Aura of Decay
Good
would
point.
help to rot these chains a little bit.
It's only flesh, actually.
Aura of Decay
Oh, Arrow Decay, yeah, no, that's actually rusted,
Yeah.
yeah. He's not rusted.
might help with a rusting factor.
Slowly, really slowly, but it will help.
You're kidding
You
me!
got a success.
One success!
You got a success. You weren't allowing it to work that long, so it's fine.
Yeah.
You got one. It snaps. The chain falls free,
This one hate me tonight.
and the now rusted fence that has a shredded, tattered blind cloth over it swings free. It's actually kind of funny because as the gate swings inward, the top hinge actually snaps and it kind of falls crooked a little bit.
Oops. Kind of set that there so it
Oops, I
doesn't
did it
look
again.
like it's open.
You can lean it back
Yeah,
on
just kind of
itself.
lean it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
This is
Nobody look
obviously
at it too closely, it's
obviously
fine.
a strong wind knocks this thing
Yeah.
off the hinges. But you're in, and it's a very strange sight. It's a ghost town, effectively.
Guessing literally, too.
You do have
Sense the
Unseen. You do see some.
And don't forget that lore sheet.
Which lore sheet? Let me see. I know you've got your secrets.
Give me a
Everybody
second.
likes to
I can
have
pull
their
up.
secrets.
It's the second dot, so give me a second to pull up
Yeah.
the correct one so I can just flash it at you. Because we didn't write it down on there.
We didn't?
Nope. Just that it was.
Oh!
Yeah.
I remember which one it is, though.
Yeah, now you remember which one?
Yeah, I remember which lore sheet it was.
Mm-hmm.
You get in, and it's a weird sight because you get that half view of the complete and also the destroyed. And it seems that the people who are working here are still working here. You have some tattered, destroyed armor CERT agents who are just watching you as you enter. You just tip your hat to them.
A little bit like, evening.
They actually start to wander over towards you. A couple of them actually still have very large, strange-looking guns. It's just really weird to see a wraith with a gun.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, you'll see a gangster, a cowboy, something like that holds their gun. But for the most part, you can understand. People worship their guns. Nobody worships their bullets. There's no way in
True.
hell a bullet's in the Shadowlands.
Yeah.
So, they're just kind of slowly following you around.
That's interesting. Just kind of keeping one eye on them while I'm looking around, see.
Yeah. It's a bunch of destroyed buildings. A very large explosion happened here.
Okay.
You can also see the telltale signs of some monstrous battle you see amongst the debris and exploded pieces of building. You see like 5 claw marks here and there.
Long shot here. I'm gonna try asking one of the ghosts.
Okay.
What happened here?
When you speak to him, they kind of just look at each other for a second. And then the one that seems to have the most rank walks over. You can actually see the word "Cert" written across his armor that's been heavily damaged. And he'll walk over, and as he pulls his helmet off, you can hear the sound of Velcro, wet Velcro, as most of the skin comes off with it, or at least what would be skin. His pathos, his pathos is corpus. Thank you. His corpus rips as he pulls his helmet off, and he looks at you, and he goes, "Blank bodies did this."
Oh, see, would I know what he means by
Probably
that?
not.
Okay.
Probably not.
Blank bodies?
Vampires.
Oh.
Your kind did this.
Why?
We were hunting them.
Oh, well, that makes sense then.
He, does the thing with his gun, and his body dims in light, because wraiths tend to produce a small amount of life energy. His dims when he does that, and this little, what once was a charge light on the side of the gun actually starts to fill up a little bit. This gun fires pathos now.
Okay.
What do you want?
That's a spectre.
I'm wanting to find out how...
It's just a wraith with a relic gun.
Really? That's even more terrifying.
Doesn't run on bullets, runs on energy.
There's a tear. We're wanting to find out what's going on.
He looks over towards the building, and he's like, "Yeah, we can fucking see it."
Yeah, I can see it too. This is gonna spell bad news, and so there's something going on here, though. We
There's
need to
actually
find out what's...
there's actually portions of the building that are kind of waving in the breeze. That the building is waving in the breeze like fabric, where you can actually see directly into the Shadowlands where it's ripped from the explosion here.
That's sort of a thing.
Yeah, this whole area is fucked.
Mm-hmm.
If anything opens this, it's going to be like a airplane window getting shattered.
Yeah. We think that they're also looking for something else. I don't know. It's just been rumors and hints. I don't want to see the city destroyed because of this.
One of the dudes in the back, one of the soldiers in the back goes, "Sir, cicada?" And he just kind of looks back at him and, "Shut up."
Cicada?
It's just something we were working on.
Underground?
He stops. He looks very thoughtful for a second. He goes, "Yeah, underground."
Is it a weapon of some sort?
I wouldn't really call it a weapon. Just something rare that was helping us with our studies.
What, artifact or a person or...
He just points over to one of the buildings that's kind of half standing. It's kind of an interesting look, though, because of the way things are. Whenever a shadow hits something, you literally see the whole building. So...
Interesting.
Yeah, it's there and it's not there at the same time for you. He just points over to it. From the Shadowland perspective, you can see that it's a med clinic.
Was it being worked on here before you guys moved in?
No. Well, we brought it.
Okay. Is there anything you can tell me about, or we're just going to have to go look?
Clearance. We didn't have it.
Okay. Cicada. Oh. Thank you.
He just starts to wander back to the other ones.
See if we can't fix some of this at least for you. She's gonna start heading towards that med clinic.
Okay. As you reach the door, you will hear some yelling.
Mm-hmm.
You will hear some firing of a very strong energy blast, a humming. And when you look back, they're actually firing at specters that are trying to get into the area.
Okay. That's right. I'm sticking to the shadows.
Ghostbusters! You get into the building, and for a second there, you almost grab the doorknob on the door that isn't there.
Yeah.
Because it's so real to you.
Mm-hmm.
But when you walk in, it's weird. It's a very large building, but in the center of it, the floor looks like it's been disrupted. There's actually part of the floor that is bent upwards. You can see that there is a very deep shaft underneath. And yeah, it looks like there was some kind of hidden drop elevator or something here.
Okay. I'm gonna get myself in so much trouble, aren't I?
This would be around the time that you three would all be heading to that area as well.
Yeah.
If you were actually going. Those two are going, and then you were sent for a different reason, but unless you're sending somebody else. You've got a few Putinesca that could go. Sunny Black is always available.
Yeah. At least for now, I'd rather just handle it myself.
Okay. I will get to that in a minute, though. But.
So it looks like it was an elevator shaft.
Mm-hmm.
Ladder.
I mean, there's a maintenance ladder, but it looks rickety as hell. Very large. This explosion style things happened here. So. And it's also a very long way down.
Yeah, that's... I'm gonna need tools.
Like, they went into the limestone.
Does it look like there's been anything more recent done here, or does it look like it's old?
This place has not been touched in months.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna need to get some supplies then, it sounds like, because there's no way... I don't feel I can get down that hole by just climbing it.
Okay.
Does it... Better question. Does it seem like I could probably get down that hole just by climbing it? You say it's a super rickety ladder.
The ladder looks off. Dexterity, athletics checks. Going down. I would actually probably throw 3 of them to get down there.
Okay.
First flare.
Yeah, that's my big 3 dice for those checks. So probably not. And the last thing I want to do is fall and break my leg at the bottom of the hole and end up on 500.
True. You are at 4 hunger still.
Yeah.
You're really cranky right now.
Because everybody avoids feeding in this game, and I really love it.
I was at 2 at the start of the night.
I mean,
You're cranky
all the
right
time.
now.
I don't know what you're talking
You're
about.
really cranky right now.
So,
I don't avoid it. I just happen to... I've been rolling pretty good.
Yeah.
Same.
I think I'm gonna have to pull back, and scrounge around and see if I can't find rope and stuff.
Okay.
I can't scrounge any in the area because I don't know what sort of.
So you're
stuff
gonna
I've left in the
check the area to
I'm gonna
see
start
what
by
you can
checking
find.
the area, and also checking the area to see if I find anything else. You know,
Okay.
this seems like super likely to be the target, but
Intelligence plus awareness. You actually have some dice there.
it's almost like I built this character to be an investigator more than anything else.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I refuse.
Whoops.
That's pet having people's problem.
Wherever it went.
Oh.
They made a mess. I gotta clean up.
What are you coming at me for? What did I do to you?
Not but my head.
God,
I am rolling awfully tonight.
you're hungry.
What'd you get?
You're
I only got
hungry.
3 out of 7 dice. I got 3 successes.
Well, luckily, 3 successes. You are going to be able to find some stuff to help you out.
Yay.
Which I will tell you in just a minute, because you're going to be searching for a little bit.
Yep, no worries.
So,
Can I get water in this apartment?
yeah. So, Lorenzo, you've decided to handle this situation yourself.
Before I head out, though, I'm gonna make a call.
Okay.
I'm gonna call up Whistler.
Whistler,
Yeah.
are you getting ice cube?
He's snitching.
No, I just want him to know clearly that I'm not trying to fuck him over.
Okay, so
Smart
you
move.
call Whistler. Hello?
Hey,
Lorenzo,
I got a little situation I want you to be aware of.
what is that?
So, apparently, our dear friend Sal put the Putinesca millions of dollars in debt.
Really?
Yeah.
Alright, is this something that the combined efforts of the Milliners and the Duncerns can handle?
Possibly, but I also have one way I can deal with the debt by myself,
Oh.
and you're not going to like it. And I promise you, I'm not trying to fuck you or any member of the Legata over on this. And that would be I'd have to make things good with the contract to bodyguard or do security for McCarthy. I can do it, but at the same time, that also means I can keep watch over what's going on the building and on the site.
It's true.
It might work to our advantage that way. I just want to make things clear so I'm not, thinking I'm pulling a fast one on you guys, especially after what happened with Sal. I don't know how the hell he ran up that kind of debt. It took out loans from the Cam, the Sabat, the Anarchs, everybody. I mean, millions of freaking dollars. If we're a man with no taste in cigars or clothes, I want to know what the fuck he spent it on.
Hookers and booze.
Alright. What do you suggest to do to handle this? Do you want to keep an eye on McCarthy?
I would like to keep a close eye on McCarthy.
My concern with this is you wasting your time helping McCarthy if we finish him off before he can help you with your debts. What is the point in helping him if we handle this faster than he pays you?
Well, if I demand at least half of the debt now, and half later, at least I can get half of the debts paid off.
Do you think he'd go for that?
He might.
Be
Not
careful.
to mention, if I'm working security and you need to get things through, it make things a hell of a lot easier.
Yes, actually, speaking of that, I'm... Are you planning on heading down to that build site tonight?
At least for now, unless I can find someone else I'd trust with this.
Daniela is investigating the Olympic City.
Okay.
Already there.
So she is on that property.
Alright. I'll keep an eye out for her.
Please do.
Think she should have my number in case she gets in trouble. But,
I think I did.
Yeah.
I'll keep a line open for her just in case.
All right.
Alright. Like I said, I just wanted to let you know to keep you in the know. I'm not trying to... I take my deals very seriously. And, I just don't want you guys to think that after the big talk with Sal, that I'm going to go behind y'all's back either.
Understood. Are you heading out?
But yeah,
No. Real life first. Get rest.
if you need anything,
See ya.
give me a call.
Night.
Yep.
You'll be getting a text directly after that from the Whistler
Okay.
telling you that Lorenzo will be in the area.
Reply, is that a good thing?
He's keeping an eye on McCarthy.
And I'm going to head over to the
Cool.
site.
Okay. So you're going to head over to the site.
Yeah.
So around the time of your arrival, you two,
Yeah.
Levi and
I arrive.
Valentina. How do you guys get there?
I'm assuming you have a car or
I have a
something.
bike. If you want to ride, bitch.
I mean, wouldn't be the first time.
Okay. If he wants to ride, bitch, he's riding, bitch.
Apparently, I'm riding bitch.
He's riding bitch on a Harley.
That's what I've heard.
And
Amazing looking Harley.
I will be fretting, in fact, the whole time. I will pull out a scarf from somewhere. You couldn't even tell there were pockets on this outfit. And I will, like, do this thing and suddenly, like, most of my face is covered. And then we can leave.
so from a funeral home to a construction site, Levi is riding bitch.
Yes.
It's not that long of a drive, though.
And then we arrive.
And then you arrive.
As you are arriving, however, a phone call is going to go to Paul Milliner.
It's not big enough.
It's a flip
He's
phone.
got a Nokia.
Oh no, you need this.
You have a brick with an antenna, gotcha.
Yeah.
It's
there we go.
Whistler. Paul.
Yes.
You've come across some interesting information concerning Salvador Putinesca's debts. I'm sure you're aware of by now.
Oh. Okay.
Are you not?
That's somewhat confidential.
Well, he's dead. Lorenzo has found himself saddled with a very large debt involving various Camarilla, Anarch, and Sabbat members.
Yes.
We need to find a way to Milliner out of it. With the help of the Putinesca. Or with the... Hold on. Backspace, delete. We need to find a way to Milliner out of it with the help of the Duncern.
Why would the milliners be involved?
Your
Duncers are the
talent
ones
in
with the money.
your talent with book balancing. Some of these, I understand, are also boons to individuals that you may very well have issues with. Basically, what I'm saying is this is now a family problem, not just a Putinesca problem.
Ah.
Do you not feel up to this task? Ruining people who have ruined portions of your life.
I'm not sure how cutting her a check is going to ruin her life.
More along the lines thinking about fixing the books to have them investigated by the IRS.
You have good ideas. Who am I working with on the Duncern side?
Most likely Scott.
All right. I'll go pay him a call.
Thank you. Love your props. Now, you guys arrive.
Yeah, we arrive.
Those old Nokias.
As you're riding your motorcycle and pulling up is the exact same time that a black SUV is pulling up. Very good timing on the 3 Hikata who are all going to the same location.
Please tell me he's the third one.
Hmm?
I'm talking to Paul. Sorry, what am I saying, Paul?
Oh, yeah. Levi?
To Levi.
Mm-hmm.
Please tell me he's the third one.
Who? What?
He points at the SUV behind him.
Okay, what about it? How am I supposed to know who's in there?
That is
I don't-
Lorenzo Puttanesca, the new head honcho of the Puttanesca.
So you pull up and you see this motorcycle.
Okay.
These two. Well, you see Valentino and the Invisible Man, who's got a scarf wrapped around their face.
You can kind of see like a bit of some eyes, but there's actually like one layer of scarf even across the eyes. But it's pretty gauzy, translucent.
Do you know how shameful this is? Having to ride around with Scarf Ninja?
Scarf Ninja.
Do you understand how this makes me look, right?
That could be a good brand.
Scarf ninja.
A little scarf that folds down like super tiny,
I'm checking.
so
my
it
notes,
can
making
fit
sure
wherever. Like
Good idea.
it can fit in those like not real pockets. Pocket.
what my character does, right? Any
Yeah.
site.
I just want you to know that when I trademark that, you never uttered it. Anyway.
And Valentino's eyes twitch. Alright.
Somewhere around the corner.
So you see these two as you're getting your guns ready, and the gate is shut to the work site. You do see people on the other side of the work site, or like on the other side of the gate, who are doing menial tasks.
Oh.
All right. Gate locked.
Yes.
I'm
You still have a key.
gonna walk up and unlock the gate.
Okay. So you see Lorenzo unlocking the gate.
I go to the one of the sides of my bike, pull out my Colt 45 and put it in my holster and a clip in the other.
Okay.
Whoa, like you're serious right now.
Plus the brass knuckles in my pockets.
All right then.
Once it gets
Stronger than you looked.
I'm driving my car through,
Okay.
Honestly, that's a pretty good look for
closing
you.
the gate,
Not gonna lie.
and relocking it.
Okay.
I don't know what the hell these guys are doing here.
Sure.
Valentino.
So when you
Yeah,
get in,
I could work with that.
as you're driving in the gate, McCarthy looks out of the trailer door, the office, the management trailer for the building. And he steps out when he sees that it's you. Gives you a little bit of a wave and a smile.
I'll wave back and I'll drive the car out to him.
Okay?
All right. Once I'm at his office, I'll get out.
That's what he's wearing.
Nice.
Okay. He asks you to come in,
All right.
and you get into the office. You walk up those little concrete steps that have a rickety handrail all the way up to the top. You walk in through the door, and it's ridiculously well made up in here. This is pretty much the same office setup that Sal had, but when you walk in here, it almost feels like you're walking into a nice boardroom.
It doesn't smell like ass. And
It doesn't
cigars.
smell like ass. There's actually
And
one of those
cigars.
auto air fresheners that goes off every few seconds. Carpeted.
It's what Sal's office could have looked like if he gave a shit.
If he gave a shit, yes. And there is McCarthy, who shuts the door behind you, and sitting in one of the chairs at the table that has about 8 chairs at it that you're pretty sure nobody's sat in 6 of them ever. is DeLuca Giovanni.
And
Lorenzo.
Since I am here, I am using where the shroud thins. That way I can kind of see what's going on the other side.
Okay. Let's go ahead
I think
and
that's
look
just
up.
a rouse check, and I believe.
I don't get to use these things that much. I'm glad that we're doing this because we get a chance to check.
Because my character's like the only one who did not have that when he went out here the first time.
Vampires with an affinity for oblivion can sense locations where the shroud between the world of the living and the Shadowlands thins. Though this discipline doesn't directly tell a vampire why the shroud between the world is thin in a certain place, it may be due to grisly murder that took place there years before, or because necromancers have frequently used the location to summon spirits. Or it might be a location of holy or unholy resonance, among other reasons.
Okay.
In locations where the shroud is thinnest, mortals' health suffers, and use of the Oblivion discipline becomes easier if the vampire knows how to harness the gap in the shroud. Cost is 1 rouse check. Dice pool is wits plus Oblivion. On a win, you may determine the density of the shroud in the nearby area, as large as an entire building or landmark. On a critical win, this roll reveals the shroud's density if it has recently changed. On a total failure, the power backfires and gives false reading. Without the use of this power, Oblivion users cannot benefit from thinning of the shroud. So go ahead and roll your thing.
1, 2, 3 successes.
3 successes? Okay. It's actually very easy to tell here that the shroud is frayed. That is pretty damn... Yeah.
Virtually non-existent.
Something happened here. Something severe happened here. Probably several somethings. If you use any use of Oblivion in here, it's a -2 on your difficulty.
Nice.
That includes where you are.
All right.
So, they're going to start going over what they're planning on doing and what their timeline is, and including you in this discussion. You two are outside the gate that's locked now.
I'm going to take him wherever I was going to take him.
Okay.
I'm assuming... This is, of course, I'm assuming all this backstory has happened where I've been to this site before, and, like, I've seen some places, and that DeLuca and I had probably discussed this beforehand, and he had been like, so if this works out, you can take him
The
over here.
location to where everything needs to go is right on the other side of that fence at the actual work site.
Right.
Because the target, the 30, are the workers.
Right. And, yeah. And then, I mean... The gate's open.
Yep.
So we can
Well,
just...
no, the gate's locked.
The gate's locked.
He didn't relock it,
He
did
did
he?
relock
Oh,
it.
did he? I missed that part.
Yeah, while you guys were talking...
Alright, my whole plan has gone to poop now, and I got nothing. I got nothing.
Ninja thing.
Yes, as you guys were discussing the ownership rights to the Scarf Ninja.
Oh, dang it.
Lorenzo
Dang it,
relocked.
Scarf Ninja.
Yeah.
Got me again.
That's what it does. It's a Scarf Ninja.
Scarf Ninja.
So, how do you guys move on from here?
Do you know anybody that's currently inside?
I mean, DeLuca's probably in there, but, like, he's busy. And I can't believe you just let him lock the gate like that.
Place you go to? I don't.
Look, I'm going to need you to open the gate.
No, you do it.
These delicate hands, I moisturize. Like, do you know how hard that is now that I'm
Guess
dead,
I'm
I'm the
bro?
one who thought of that.
You need it.
What?
Get some exercise. You need it.
Moisturize me.
Look, I am not... You're going to open the gate.
Witchy trembling.
He originally raises an eyebrow.
You're gonna open the gate, or I'm gonna call Whistler and say, "Hey, your boy's down here trying to make McCarthy's stuff go off." Yeah, take that however you want. Enjoy it. Open the damn gate.
Activate Arms of Aramane.
Why?
Towards the gate.
Open the gate.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
To actually open the locks inside the gate.
You're trying to get the arms of Aramane to pick the lock for you?
Yeah, they're literally shadows. They go into the
Yeah,
darkness.
no, it's just clever. That is all.
I would have assumed you were just ripping the gate apart.
You have
do you,
a
bro.
-2 to your difficulty to do this. Activating Arms of Aramane.
I think it's a.
Oh, I love it when people say "I think."
It's a rouse.
Get a
I think it's a rouse check. If it's not, it's just regular check thing.
I need to get rid of all these stupid things. They're all names.
Yeah.
All my post-its with names of NPCs. Just at the at the.
Oh, I made all
pages.
those.
Yes,
They're
thank you.
ugly.
Yeah, but they're massively useful.
Well, the two are not mutually exclusive.
That is true. Oh my god. It's a book I don't know all of yet. Where are the damn Wasambra? Why are they not just listed with the rest of the clans? Like, why?
Because no one really wants to
they're
admit they're
To
here.
tick you off, man.
Okay, here we go. Arms of Aramane. It is a Wits plus Oblivion roll, 1 rouse check.
I do that rouse check first. I am hungry. So that's 4, 5, 6 successes.
6 successes on a difficulty of 2 at this point. Not only... It's actually very interesting. He kind of just stops and stares at you angrily for a second.
I'm used to that.
As you're talking, you just hear click, and the chain drops.
That was impressive.
You could actually relock it if you wanted to. Like, you just walk up and click it, and it relocks. Like, you didn't break anything or anything like that.
Yeah, might as well want my way in.
I might be having a feeling, and I'm not comfortable with this,
Levi's
and I follow
turned
you
on.
in. Pretty much. That's what's happening here, and that was not planned for him.
So, the gate opens. And,
Lead the way.
yeah. Can you relock that?
Already done.
Oh, cool. Okay, yeah, so let's go, like, over here.
gate swings open. You guys are able to get in just
Yeah.
fine. And you see a few dozen people who are just doing menial tasks, moving rocks from one place to another. At this point, they're starting to sweep up certain areas, but they're also just kind of there. Like, they don't even really seem to be paying that much attention to the work that they're doing. Some of them are looking a little malnourished at this point as well.
I'm gonna.
They don't look good. There's a couple of them that have interesting injuries on the hands, around the face, that seem to have gone untreated. And there's a guy who's missing just a finger.
I'm gonna go to my 2 homunculus on my pockets. They're literally gonna be spiders made out of like pieces.
Okay.
So you might see like a spider, probably a finger as a leg.
Nice.
So yeah,
I'm
both
just
of them, they each one
Eyeballing that and not...
they crawl in my pocket.
Okay,
Okay,
I
so-
recant that thing I said.
These little these little spiders that are made out of various body parts just start to
Crawl
come out of your pockets. And
Yeah, crawl out.
what exactly are these homunculi doing?
One of them, it's they just want to start walking around.
When did you start creating these? Also,
Doing the raid, the zombie raid that we were preparing for.
all right. Do me a favor
Yes, sir.
and roll both of your number dice.
Both of my number dice.
Yes.
All of them are numbered.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll roll these two. Okay. You're going to be able to have enough time to create 7 of those. So you have 7 of those homunculi spiders that just crawl out of your pockets. And what directions do they go?
One mainly pointing like hiding on the whatever plywood that's on there. Pointing towards the entrance. And as I'm walking, just like if they can get into a room.
You're basically just setting up security cameras.
Pretty much.
Okay. Interesting. All right. Cool. Give me a wits plus awareness with that, and I'm gonna go ahead and take away a 2 difficulty because I'm actually gonna count this as an involuntary occult abyss roll.
You said wits plus awareness.
Yes, wits plus awareness, and I'm taking away, like I said, 2 difficulty because of the oblivion bonus.
2, 3, 4 successes.
Cool. You get a couple flashes from the more high up spiders that are trying to keep an eye on things around, and you do see Daniela's car off in the distance, parked outside the gates of the actual Olympic City area. You've been in this car. That's why I'm pointing that out.
Yeah. I'm gonna conduct one of the spiders to actually go towards the vehicle.
Okay.
And tap on the window.
There's no one in it.
Oh, no one in
It's
it?
empty.
It's empty.
Yeah.
It's definitely my car, though.
I'm gonna leave it there. That
Okay.
one over there, to keep an eye on the car.
Cool. All right. Speaking of Daniela, as you are directing your spiders, first, real quick, what is Levi doing as the spiders are going off and
Spidering.
doing their thing?
Regretting their life choices.
Okay. Anything else, or just like, ugh?
Reversing their decision on how they were feeling about this other creature they're with.
Okay. David. So Daniela, you find a very long, very thick power cord that could easily be used.
That should do.
It's reinforced. This thing could hold you.
Yeah.
Looks like
one
it
of
was
those ones
used-
on a reel.
Yeah, it kind of looks like one that was actually used to plug into a generator.
Okay.
The wire itself is bigger around than a baseball. It's yeah. It's a cable. It's a full on cable.
Okay. That should do. So I'm going to try and get that set up as kind of a line down the shaft.
Okay, trying to find something to tie it.
Yeah,
to.
tie it to something on one end.
Okay. It's not hard to find because, strangely enough, a lot of the furnishings in this room are actually bolted to the floor.
Yeah, I figured that, or if it's as ruined as it seems to be, I could probably loop it between a broken window and a door frame and tie it
Probably
to the
not.
wall
You
itself.
could, but it's probably not going to be necessary to do
Probably.
that. Okay.
Okay. I may end up using my jacket for this, but something thinner to kind of act as a harness. Just, tie it basically around my arms and around the rope, too, just so that I have that little bit of extra bracing. It's not a rappelling rig, obviously. I do not think I know how to tie one of those in character. But just basically so I'm not trying to hand over hand it.
Yeah.
So
You're trying to do more of like a loose slide down kind of.
yeah, so something to give me a little bit of, and also I got to consider the going back up, so I have something to brace against.
Very true. This thing has enough texture that you think that you could probably just hold on to it and not fall off. You don't tend to get as fatigued as a standard human.
True.
But go ahead and give me a Dex plus Athletics.
Okay.
Enjoy all of your hunger.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure for that.
Yep. +1, in fact. Like I said, that was one of the other reasons for the ties, that in case I do fall, I probably won't fall too badly.
Yeah.
1 success.
1 success. Okay. You are pretty much going to be fine, but you're also very uncomfortable with everything that is going on here.
Yeah. There's that little back there going, this is dumb. This is real dumb.
It just keeps going. And since you're going down slow, you will notice that there are various large claw marks on the side. Something climbing up.
Okay, at least it was going out. So it's probably not at the bottom of the hole.
Yeah. This thing looks like it had to have maybe jumped from side to side as it was making its way up. It's a damn deep tunnel.
Yeah.
And it just leads down into darkness. When your feet touch the ground, because eventually it does, it opens up into this very large, dark cavern. You have sensed the unseen, and you are catching nothing with this place. Probably because there was nothing here originally.
Yeah.
But when you get down to the bottom, your feet touch metal. You're on a platform.
Huh. And I realized that I did the dumb and didn't check for signal before going down. I'm guessing I do not have any signal whatsoever, even though I'm so straight at the bottom of the shaft.
No. You were climbing down for a very long while.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know if I'd maybe be lucky enough to catch.
You've got to be at least 5 or 6 stories underground. You can't even see the top.
Well, at least I've got the flashlight on my phone.
True. This place looks so weird when you get the lights turned on. You're on a platform that has railings all the way around it. You have metal stairs that go down. You can see some interesting cages, 3 of them, that have glass fronts that are all open. There's a few very large banners hanging from the ceiling. One of them in the center has been ripped down. There's a computer off to the side, a big fucking computer off to the side, where the back panel has been ripped off. Everything's stainless steel down here. There's natural rock on the walls, but it looks like everything's just been built around stainless steel. There's one light, which catches your attention when you get into the right angle. But it's just a tiny little yellow light that's just beeping, and it's right next to a pool switch. You just can't stop but wonder, how the hell is it that Daniela always ends up in these situations?
You've played with me enough. You know that this is not Danielle, it's freaking me. Pull switch. Beepy yellow light. It's real dark down here. What does it seem to be attached to? Just the wall?
A very large cable that runs straight down and runs across the floor and then into the wall.
Shoot! Sure, let's turn the power on, see what happens.
There's a very large spark.
So the back of the sheets.
I kick people.
And all of the lights come on. There's a very large... There's a very large sound of the power coming on, a very large hum.
Boom.
Yes.
Yeah.
And everybody who is in this area, all of the lights dim for a second and then come back on.
What did I just have?
McCarthy looks up. Is there something wrong with the generator?
I'll check it. I'll get up and take a look outside. Take a look at the generator.
DeLuca just kind of leans back and he's like, "You do that." And you go outside.
Sounds like a thing you do.
And you see these two hanging out by the actual, like, construction site.
You guys didn't do anything to the generator, did you?
No.
I love it when the head of security comes out and goes, "You fuckers are not supposed to be here. Do something." No. All right, cool.
Good to know.
Does McCarthy have cameras out here?
Mm-mm. No cameras. Camera is really strict on that.
Okay, just making sure. Just taking a quick look at the generator, make sure fuel level's okay and everything.
Everything seems fine. Everything seems fine, however, the three of you who are outside will notice that some of the lights from the Olympic City have now come on. Some of the large searchlights that were put up by CERT that still have not been reclaimed. The little red lights that are attached to the various satellites and power towers and things like that in various places are blinking, which they have not for months. There is something going on.
I'm going to call Dan. Because I know she's...
you know I'm in there somewhere, yeah.
Pretty sure...
parked outside.
As you call, and then your phone actually goes off. Some kind of transceiver was activated, possibly. It's giving you reception down here now.
Huh.
It's Lorenzo.
Hey.
Hey, are you still in Olympic?
Yeah.
What did you just do?
I flipped a switch.
You flipped a switch.
Great big one.
Are you sure that was a good idea?
Well, I've got power now and I can see things and I now have cell service.
Yeah, but see, now all the searchlights are on also from out...
Oh, wait, it turned on the searchlights outside?
Yes.
Right. Okay, give me a sec.
You're powering up everything that CERT put back in place.
Oh, that might be a bad thing.
Everything shuts back off. As you flip the switch.
And you
just lose reception.
Cell signal.
You lose your cell signal, all the lights go back off, and just that blinking yellow light is back. Everything seems to go back to normal. It's kind of funny that you didn't realize it at first, but like the lights dim back down slightly now that power is off. They were very bright. There's a good chance that one of them actually popped.
Yeah.
And just doesn't work anymore because of the power surge.
Dennis continuing to poke around, see if any papers and stuff she could find.
No,
I figured she probably not.
You're not finding any papers. You still find some blood. Dried, scabby blood puddles here and there from months and months and months ago. It's rancid. Part of you is just like, what a waste.
Alright, so I gotta go back in there. I'm gonna pretend I didn't see you guys. Just don't get caught.
And you probably would have been staying close enough for me to go, Dan, are you still in Olympic? What did you do? So you would have heard his half the conversation.
You might want to go check on Dan.
Where's she at?
Olympic.
I command the spider that's on her car to go search for her.
Okay. It'll start skittering around the area.
Tell them not to freak out. That's all.
The area first spider to cover.
I'm going to go back inside. Because I don't want to be part of this train wreck anymore.
McCarthy looks at you when you walk in. Anything strange?
Actually, no. It's just a really odd, sudden power surge and then kick back right on. Fuel levels are okay. Looks good.
All right. They go back to their logistics meeting that they're having. They're talking about various companies that will be involved in this situation.
So what I have is the most exciting moment of this entire meeting probably just now happened.
Pretty much. Now, you two who are standing outside, what's your game plan? What are you doing?
So, yeah, any of these really. Just do your thing.
There's about 30 of them. And,
I'm killing them.
Bro, I just watched you drink a blended spleen earlier.
Dead guy.
And you won't, like, murder a dude?
What has the dude done to me?
He's, like, part of this whole, like, look, he's been made into, like, some kind of zombie thing. Like, you're just gonna let somebody, like, make him a real zombie. Come on.
give him some dignity.
You don't stop halfway, damn it.
Kill him, and I can do it.
Don't half-ass 30 things. Whole ass one thing.
Go ahead and kill him. I'll do it.
You want me to kill them?
You know,
Sure, have some fun.
you haven't really...
Have you seen the shirt that I'm wearing? This is cashmere.
Imagine what he's thinking about looking at.
There
that
was
shit.
that feeling when you drove that knife up to the hilt into Luca's chest. The night he turned you. He laughed. He didn't even fight back, really. These won't fight back, but they won't laugh. You at least get to see the life get drained from their eyes.
Okay, maybe. Look, do you
drop him? I'll make
do you have an extra shirt with you? Like, give me your shirt. Give me your shirt.
No.
I can't do this in cashmere.
So,
Are you shouting
so
No.
in character?
you're
Oh,
shouting.
probably. Yes.
So you hear Levi screaming, "Give me your shirt! I can't do this in cashmere!" through the thin trailer walls.
Oops.
So as
Wow,
McCarthy and DeLuca both stand up,
I'm standing up at the same time, and they're going to see me.
McCarthy's
out
heading
the gun.
towards the door. So the door flies open. So back to Daniela. So Daniela is now in the dark again, and you see all of this. You see all of this research facility possibly that's gone. Like, it's just awry. Everything's been all messed up. It's been sitting here unused for so long.
So in the bit of time that I did have the lights on, I was looking around for terminals to look at the computer stuff, potentially anything that I could see that would maybe give me some clues.
Well, the computers all came back on when you flipped that switch.
All right, so they
So
did actually
they are off.
activate. So.
Yeah, they are off again.
Flip the switch back on.
Look, like seriously.
I have a feeling that if Daniela knew what was going on up top right now, they'd just be like, "Fuck it."
Dan's like that person on the cartoon with the button that says do not push." Is like,
You don't
Yeah, no, it's just-
label for their look at their finger on it.
don't push that button.
So,
Don't push the button. Don't push the button.
Well, Lorenzo is up there. You can probably
And
cope
good.
with whatever's going on.
I'm good.
No, I have absolutely no way of figuring this out, besides if I had spotted them when the lights were on. Cameras is what I'm concerned about. That's
Okay.
why I turned it back off, because actually, well, it would be, even if... Do we know anything about cert being hunters?
nope.
Figured, okay, yeah.
No, but this is some pretty strange stuff you're finding for a regular group of anti-terrorists. squad.
Yeah, exactly, but I was still, I thought, well,
This is some G.I. Joe shit.
yeah.
Do you have those say?
Really?
Juan. Come. Manzanas.
What?
Glenn and I are doing Duolingo Spanish, and the number of times when you're in the very first intro level that you are talking about Juan and apples is a very large number of the lessons.
We won
Fair.
one.
We won one. I kept thinking about that too.
It's 1-1 for. It's
we
1-1,
won 1-1.
and then we won 1-1.
Okay, I'm done. Sorry.
All right.
I'm back.
Get beers.
Lights are going back on.
All right. So
I
lights
don't
are
know
going
what's-
back on. Lights are going back on. It all lights up. It's a very large room.
I'm gonna go be as quick as I can, trying to find whatever information I can.
Okay. What are you looking for exactly?
You said there weren't any papers or books or anything, labels, that sort of stuff was off, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to turn to the computers.
Okay.
I do have wherever it went on this list.
You have a 1 point in
I
technology.
want 1 point in technology. I was looking for a
Tell you
computer
what,
skill.
go ahead and throw me the thing that, I love throwing so much.
Wits
Give me a
plus
wits
awareness?
plus awareness. Don't forget your hunger, obviously.
Obviously.
Let's go, bestial failure. Let's go.
Francine Hakata, here we go.
Okay, so that's a crit.
Nice.
Those are successes, and those two are failures. So that is 6.
Yep. 6 successes.
Oh, damn.
Every
So,
now and again they decide.
The thing that catches your eye as everything's going on is all the weird codes and all the strange codes and enumerations. There seems to be maybe SL4 means sub-level 4 probably, but there's one that really catches your attention that kind of has this rounded vault look to it that actually says it says C K D A.
Cicada. Let's check that out.
Okay. It's kind of interesting. It has this area where both hands fit in to
Oh, for the isolation.
into the door. No, not like
like
isolation.
into a
More
door.
like both hands fit in. You feel triggers on the inside, and then you turn it, and there's an air release.
This is an awful plan, isn't it? Actually,
False.
Yeah.
Lorenzo's gonna get a phone call.
Okay, right here.
So,
You guys are outside.
I am moving around trying to get out of the freaking.
Yeah. Levi starts yelling. And as Levi starts yelling, the door flies open just as the power fades out again. Another one of the security lights explodes. And you hear McCarthy, "What the hell is going on out here?"
Yeah, no, I'm hiding away from the in the corner, pulling out the Colt.
You're hiding?
Yeah.
Okay, please give me a wits plus stealth to try to find a place. It's not going to be hard because there's plenty of places to hide around here, but let's see if you can figure that out.
Power
As our
of
big
one.
bad makes himself known to a good majority of you all.
and I'm down in a hole.
And you're down in the hole.
5 successes.
And Paul's doing math. 5 successes? Oh, you find a good place to hide. It's behind one of the walls next to a cement mixer. Yeah.
I'm just hiding away with the Colt out.
So you're standing outside. What the hell's going on here? And
There's like a zombie dude near me, right?
they're wandering around. Sure.
Right. Okay. I was testing them. See if they follow commands.
Your phone rings.
I'm looking at the phone.
It's
Dan.
Daniela again. McCarthy's just going to look at you. Are you freaking serious right now?
I'm going to decline and put it back in. What
Gonna give it a minute.
the hell?
What? I was quality control.
Your job?
I'm checking to make sure things are okay out here because he's had no security for some time.
McCarthy is just looking right at you, Lorenzo, going, your job.
Right. I need you out of here. Come on.
Ring, ring.
Okay,
Your
whatever.
phone starts ringing again.
I mean, I'm trying to help out here, but you know, if you want to be like that, whatever.
I'm escorting her to the gate.
Him.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
him.
him. I'm sorry, I forgot
Oh.
you're playing a...
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Alright.
All right. I mean, I don't fight. I'm whatever. I roll my eyes like
Reopening
real
the
big.
gates. Yeah. I don't know. He wasn't out here earlier.
What is he doing in here now?
I have no idea.
And your idea of handling this sensitive security task is to escort them out. Run free,
His
little...
sire's right there.
McCarthy's eyes get very wide. And you just hear out of the trailer, fuck! DeLuca! And
Shit rolls downhill.
DeLuca kind of peers his head outside and smiling. With a big freaking shit-eating grin on his face.
Stop it. Before you kill me.
Apparently we're gonna kill
That's
Dick.
what-
Oh, damn it.
That's what I'm trying to explain. Is that I was trying to check that your facility was okay because I knew that things were not what they had been because this guy had just kind of disappeared on you or whatever.
Go home.
McCarthy is staring at you with this look of just he's just incredulous. He does not know what to say. He is so just dumbfounded by what is going on, and he just turns on his heel. See, it's the funniest thing. He's got his one hand is just like grasping at nothing in the air. The other hand is in his pocket, and he literally just turns on his heels back towards DeLuca, who's standing at the top of the little concrete stairs by the trailer, who's just like kind of shrugging with this I don't know what to think look on his face. And he goes, "This is not bring your child to work day, DeLuca."
Oh, damn you, Tony. Oh, I'm going to feel this one tonight. I swear to God I will.
How are you going to handle this? DeLuca kind of just nonchalantly walks down the stairs and then massages the bridge of his nose as he makes his way over.
Your phone buzzes with a text.
Your phone is now going off with a text, Lorenzo. And you can tell. You can just see McCarthy's eye twitch every time your phone makes any kind of sound. Or if it's on silent when it buzzes. Like, he's just...
It's on silent.
There's
right
just
now.
so much stress piling on top of this Toreador.
Gonna make him
And
frenzy.
he's barely holding it together.
Does he need a frenzy check?
After that text, I actually do think he does need a frenzy check. Let's go ahead and
If
roll
I
his will. I'm fine. He's not well, but he's fine. Luca kind of walks over. Levi, would you like to join us into the office?
I would love to.
Okay, let's
All
go.
right.
McCarthy is just like, what is going on?
Apparently it is take your child to work day.
I arrive in the office.
Not the office. The office.
So the door, or do you follow them back in? Do you stay out?
I'm going to. I'm going to handle the phone call. Because apparently it's important enough that they're going to blow up my damn phone. And once I'm done with that, I will head back.
As they're walking in, McCarthy looks at you. If there's anyone else out here,
I'll blow their fucking brains out.
good.
Only reason why I let that one slide is because I didn't want to deal with his sire.
That is your job. He just slams the door shut. Phone call.
I'm going to pick up the phone.
The text you read says, "I found a vault underground. I'm gonna open it. It might be bad."
Nice.
Too late.
Are you calling her back
Yes.
before she does something?
Fucking enjoying it.
Too late.
Answer the phone.
Okay, so your phone starts ringing, I think, Danielle.
That's
I'm going
just
to
her.
quietly.
Sorry.
If anyone else is here, I suggest you
Found
leave
the
before you
phone.
get caught.
Oh, it's a beauty.
Very quietly say that, just loud enough where if his character is still here, hopefully he can hear me.
I'm putting the gun back in the holster.
Luca made me come here, damn it. Go now before I have to kill you. And you know, for my character, that is a serious
Yeah,
threat.
I'm actually walking outside. He's like, whatever.
A threat from Lorenzo is like a Hallmark card. It's got that little seal on the back of it. Sorry, that's a bullet in your head. Okay, so
I'm going to call you. Whatever you found, don't touch it. Don't press the button. Don't open it. Whatever the hell else you can think of, don't do it.
time freeze. How long would you have waited after you sent that text before you opened it? Because it's been a
Not
couple
very
minutes.
long. That's the
Yeah.
that was the 2 phone calls and then the text.
Exactly.
So,
So do you
I'm
think
not sure.
you would have already opened it before he called you back?
I might be in process of opening it as my phone goes off.
Tell you what, let's go ahead and roll an impulse.
Impulse.
I want you to roll your composure plus your resolve, which is your willpower. I don't think you've spent any.
No, I have not.
So,
So that
yeah.
would be
Go ahead and
6.
give me your See if you've opened this already.
Look, there's a reason I take Trouble Magnet and
I just
Curiosity
love,
on every
I
single
love the
character.
fact that you've failed so many rolls tonight, and I'm really hoping this keeps going.
1 success.
Oh yeah, no, that thing is open.
It's so open.
So you're holding.
I rolled 6 dice and I had 1 success.
You've got the phone wedged in between your shoulder and your face as you've opened it, and you're staring at a body.
Oops.
It doesn't look decayed. It doesn't look dead. It's just a body. It's a male. He's wearing kind of like a hospital gown kind of thing. And the inside is refrigerated. And it seems to have an independent power. Because when you opened it, not only did it give off that airlock sound, steam hit the air as the cold air from inside hit the hot air from the outside.
This foggy, steamy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he tells you not to open it as you're looking at this body.
A little late there.
Oops.
Lorenzo's eyes start twitching.
Do you need a frenzy check?
There's no one here for me to physically frenzy on.
There's 30 bodies that are just wandering around doing stuff.
They sure have blood.
There's 30 workers.
You go into a secret government facility that's been abandoned. You press buttons, and then you open up the secret crate.
Yeah, the race told me it was here.
I don't know if I can edit this. I think I have to just put the whole damn thing. It's amazing.
Why would you open this?
Because apparently that's how they were learning a lot about us. And it's a body. It's a person. It's not decayed. It's weird.
Probably Kindred.
Okay, I don't know if I trust this line. I had no cell reception until I turned on the secret power from the secret government power plant thing down here. So you might be careful what you say.
Cell phone 101.
Especially when we're routing it through freaking hunter
Well,
tech.
let's think about this.
Cell phone 101.
They were hunting us.
Who were? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, he did say that they were hunters. The CERT guy. Sorry. That's out of character.
They already know.
Yeah. They're the ones who told me where to find it. Called Cicada. I'm going to take a look.
Lorenzo's going to mute his phone and he's going to let out just a ton of swear words. At least
In every language he knows.
He's gonna make some new ones
Probably
up.
some he doesn't. Okay.
All right. Unmute. After that, he's going to unmute.
Could we hear those in the trailer?
Probably. Inside the trailer, there's a
There's
bunch
a
of
stream of
profanity that
profanity.
happens outside.
Stop touching shit.
We hear that too, right?
McCarthy is just sitting there with his eyes closed at the table at this point.
Inner peace.
Musa.
So, did you need me to go rough him up? I mean, it's not really necessarily my thing, but I could try because he is obviously not doing his job. I mean, he's talking to somebody out there.
McCarthy slowly stands up, walks out, walks over to the front door,
I'm going to mute my phone.
opens it, actively breathes out,
You know he's annoyed.
and steps outside and looks around to see what he sees.
I'm standing. I've got the phone muted, looking toward his direction.
What the hell is going on now?
Neonate's doing stupid shit.
He starts looking around.
Not here.
The lights are all
Just
still
in
on.
general, stupid shit.
Is there anything else that I need to be concerned with here?
No.
He just turns around and shuts the door. He just goes back in.
He could probably just tell that Lorenzo probably looks almost as frustrated as he did a minute ago.
What have you done?
If I could strangle you over the phone, I would.
That's gonna go poke a body.
Yeah, it's a dead body. I'm gonna go poke it with a stick.
Let's play.
There's no sticks involved here.
All right. So what are you? Yeah.
That's like, hello? Because you just put her on mute. You didn't hang up on her.
I unmute it. Don't touch it. Seriously.
You know how hard it is to tell a Hikata
Don't
not to touch a dead body?
body.
This is not fair.
I feel like that needs another impulse check.
Oh, no. That doesn't even
I
require
don't think
an impulse
it's. I
check.
don't think
That's
it's needed.
It's the compulsive.
The clan impulse.
Yeah, I don't think it's needed.
It's not even freaking needed. Are you kidding
I
me?
dropped
I'm
the
okay.
Cognitive ability, yeah. We like dead bodies.
Because I didn't realize I was leaning against my screen. All right.
Well, no one else down here to look at it.
You could hear his eyes through the phone.
Apparently, whatever this is important, so I ought to know about it.
This is probably the coolest thing you've ever seen. You're like so far underground in a secret government lab.
It's genuine James Bond sort of nonsense.
You can hear a spy theme song in the
If
in the
it
back
wakes
of
up
your head.
and kills you, don't say I didn't warn you.
Well, why do you think I called you?
Well, I'm not.
In case this thing wakes up and kills me, you know where I was. And you know where the horrible, nasty, undead something or another is breaking out of weird, possibly
I just
hunter
want to
lair.
let you know that if this thing kills you, I'm going to summon you as a wraith, and I'm going to bind you, just so I can say, I told you so!
Fair enough.
Your homunculus that you sent to look for Dan Valentino
Finds the title.
finds this cable that's going deep underground and is starting to skitter its way down. And it finds a bright room, and you can see roughly what's going on with Daniela standing in front of this large, kind of looks like one of the tables in the morgue that slides out of the freezer, but a little bit more
Are
high
we like
tech.
in a metal?
You see metal and stone.
I'm gonna tap on the metal to catch her attention.
You really can't do that. You just see through them. You can give them orders, I guess. So I guess you can tell them to. I guess you can tell them to do that. Sure.
You're a bone and is the
You
long
hear
stainless. So.
ting ting.
Against the wall,
You
trying to hide a little
see the creepiest looking thing. It can't talk. It look-
What
okay.
the heck is that?
You no, it looks like a spider, but it's made out of various.
Somebody
extra
reanimated one of those
pieces.
dumb Halloween decorations.
Yeah, kind of.
Looks like something you got at Spirit. Looks like something you found at Spirit.
Exactly. She's just kind of staring at it. She don't know what it is.
If there's dust, he's gonna make him just gribble. He's like, "Get out!"
It's gonna get a book thrown at it or something like that.
If you are you literally looking around for things to throw?
Yeah.
There's a.
I just had an undead arachnid tell me to get out.
Yeah.
No, that thing's gonna die. Like
There's a. There's a clipboard, like a metal clipboard.
one of those big heavy duty ones.
with some paper on it.
I mean, they do have stats, so. Homunculus does that.
So you just grab it and swing it.
I'm grabbing it. I'm gonna swing it. Is the thought. Do I see anything on? Does anything catch my eye before I?
It is for cicada.
I'm imagining it's not got writing on the.
No, not at all.
Yeah, so I'm gonna smash it and then read it.
Cool. Dex plus melee, which I don't think.
I don't
They have
have.
stats in the book, by the way. The homunculus.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Weird undead spidery thing has told me to get out. It's gonna die.
I think it's hilarious that you're trying to kill one of these things like right away. It's funny to me. Where is the homunculus?
I'm sorry. It's not off enough horror movie.
Oh, I get you. I get you.
All the horror movie
Here we go.
vibes.
Well, yeah, I don't squish it because I failed.
It jumps out of the way. You miss.
Yeah, because I got no successes.
Yeah.
It's pretty much I'm gonna make him like go like pull, walk away, then try to catch the attention, walk away again, try to catch the attention.
It's waving at you.
That's a big old
Yeah.
no.
That's a.
Your
I'm not-
homunculi seems to be freaking out Daniela more than anything.
how do it like it's like it's waiting. Whatever my hand is doing, whatever my hand is doing, that's what the
We're just
hand is
gonna
doing.
nope the hell out of this one.
You know what?
It's got
Okay,
some
thing.
good- It's got some good balance.
Taking a look at the clipboard. Now I'll go, okay, that thing isn't directly trying to hurt me.
Okay. It says subject cicada. It's actually spelt out cicada. It says to activate, and it just says MK17.
MK17. To activate MK17. Mark 17?
There is, in fact, a small keyboard on the inside of this thing.
Okay. Before I press those buttons, I'd like to take a closer look at the body.
Okay.
So,
It seems to be a, in general, good health body.
Yeah.
It's not decayed in any fashion. What exactly would you be looking for?
I'm trying to determine if it's just normal dead human or something else weird going on. If it's kindred, if it's something else.
How would you test?
Well, either with Sense the Unseen or Scry the Soul.
Do you have Scry the Soul?
I have Scry the Soul.
You do have Scry the Soul. Alright, well, if you want to do Scry the Soul, Sense the Unseen would not do anything for you here.
Okay.
It just helps you
Yeah.
see, like, hidden objects that are supernaturally hidden from you.
If push comes to shove, I might see if there's any blood in the thing, because I might need it.
You are using Scry the Soul.
Scry the Soul.
So, that is a rouse check.
Mm-hmm.
It is an intelligence plus aspects. And, on a win, I have to answer a number of questions equal to the margin of the roll. And I will tell you what questions you can ask, and you can choose between them.
Okay, so let's roll this one.
Just one?
Rouse check.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
yes.
so start with the rouse check. I'm on 5 hunger.
You're at 5 hunger.
You're extremely moody. Extremely.
Doesn't go into effect though on the.
No,
roll.
it's
fails
only
again.
after
Yeah.
this now.
Yeah, but it's still going to happen, so I'm right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just reminding you for your roll to only roll 4 hunger dice.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's
Yeah, but
intelligence plus aspects.
aspects. It's actually a fairly competent roll tonight for you.
Four successes.
4 successes. So you can ask the emotional state of the subject, the resonance in the subject's blood, whether the subject is a vampire, werewolf, ghoul, or any other supernatural being, whether the subject is under the influence of blood sorcery or other magic, whether the subject has committed diablerie in the last year. And did you get a crit?
I did not.
Not.
No.
Okay. So those are your choices.
Well, I'm definitely asking whether
And how
it's.
many wins did you get?
I got 4 total.
You
I
can
got,
ask 4 questions. Then,
Cool.
'cause I went ahead and I made this just a basic. You're not going up against him like you typically would because he's not conscious.
Yeah. I'm checking to see if it's some kind of supernatural.
It is, in fact, giving off the same aura you would see on a kindred.
Okay, so it appears to be a vampire of some sort. Cool. Is it under the effects of blood sorcery, magic of any sort?
Does not appear to be, no.
Okay. There were only 4 questions I could ask, weren't there?
Yeah, there were 5.
Oh.
The emotional state, the blood resonance, and if the subject had committed diablerie.
I may as well check those other... Emotional state, unconscious, so I'm not going to bother with that one.
Okay, so
that's
the other
2.
ones, it is void of resonance at the moment. That could also mean that it just hasn't fed in a while.
Yeah.
The subject is a werewolf. sorry, the subject is a vampire.
Vampire.
We've caught that. Sorry.
Yeah.
I looked at the word werewolf and it just kind of popped out. The subject has not committed debauchery in the past year. And it is not under any influence of blood sorcery.
Okay. This actually might get very tricky if I wake it up, if it behaves the way I fear it might.
Then again, it looks so tasty. It's not gonna fight.
It's not gonna get hurt either.
There's no telling how much blood it has in its
That is
system.
the problem. I don't want to hurt. God.
You don't know how long a resonance holds out. Plus, if it was feeding off bagged blood, that doesn't typically give a resonance. So who knows what you're looking at here.
Tasty treat.
Then again, to activate, it says MK17.
MK17. Your phone's about to go off again.
Would you have walked back into the office and now your phone's ringing again, or are you still outside?
I'm outside.
Okay.
'Cause, I mean, honestly, how interesting was that meeting? And now, is shit really being done in there? Okay. I pick up. What did you do?
Okay, I haven't. Okay, well, there's a weird bone spidery thing down here that is watching me. I tried to squish it because it told me to get out. And I've seen enough horror movies to know what that sort of thing means.
It
So,
means to get out.
look, that's usually the last thing. Okay, when the creepy bone spider's trying to beckon you off into the dark and is telling you to get out, and like that's usually not the thing you want to do. Anyway, it's a vampire.
Okay.
And I think I know how to wake him up. Him up? Her up?
Him. It's a male.
Okay, that's right. You did say that earlier.
You think you know how to wake it up?
Uh huh. I think.
Drawn in the dirt. Grab the body and get the hell out.
It's writing you a message on the ground, in the dust.
I would not recommend waking it up, at least not right now. And hear me out. One, you don't know how much blood is in his system. If
Yeah,
you
I don't
wake
want
it
to be a
up-
snack.
Yeah, you could end up
Exactly.
being a snack.
He could be a snack, though.
You could be its first meal.
He could be your next meal.
That's the beast.
You actually can't tell whether or not Lorenzo is the one suggesting this or not. You know he's talking to you, and you're hearing these things. So, could he be telling you, giving you permission, technically, to feed from this? Kindred blood has got to be a lot stronger than that.
Yeah. It's like I said, it's like a bag. He's not gonna feel it.
He
That's the point.
smells really good now that the warmth is getting to him.
So, like I said, could
If you
So,
really
I
need
think-
to move him,
but if I move him,
Be a lot
then
lighter.
I'm not sure the
Be a lot
key
lighter if
code
you
will wake
drain
him
him.
up.
there's a key code.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, the government was probably experimenting on this guy.
Yeah.
You don't know what they've done to him.
Shouldn't we ask him?
If you do have to move him, if you drain him, he'll probably be lighter. What?
Really?
I'm Daniela's logic.
Her current logic.
Liquid is
current
heavy.
logic is saying I'm hungry.
What's heavier, a 20-ounce bottle filled with Pepsi or a 20-ounce bottle not filled with Pepsi? He just smells so good.
And
That's why it's tapping on the message.
but yeah, like I said,
Grab the body.
I'm not
get the
sure
hell
if
out.
I move him, I can wake him up. And
Like, can homunculi even do that?
He can make
he
them
smells pretty
physically
good.
do anything.
So
If it's
But, like,
safe
spell
to wake him
words?
up, I'm
If
sure
he can
Whistler
spell
can
it.
wake him
Oh, okay. Because I thought they were limited.
Yeah, they can't like do fine manipulation, but like scratching on the ground.
Okay.
are we gonna get a chance to come back though? And she's kind of that kind of staring at the body sort of thing.
We might, but for now, if you absolutely have to get this thing out, do it. But don't wake it.
Subtitled. Eat it. Don't wake.
If you eat it,
You
it
don't have to
can't
wake it.
wait.
Dan's gonna be the first one of us to die. She really is. If she ends up diablerizing that thing, it's gonna just take over her body. We're gonna have like some 4th gen running around and dancing.
Hi,
Do
fellow
it.
neonates.
Do it.
Oh gosh,
You're so hungry.
What is up, fellow neonates?
It smells so
I am
good.
also a neonate.
I
Clearly.
am also of the higher generations.
I don't know if I've got the willpower to not do one of the two dumb things
Right.
going on here. You
Right.
know, it's just,
What are you gonna give into?
yeah, it's just a question. of, Do I try to? I wouldn't want to eat them. Not totally, but just a sip. Just a sip. Just a taste. You know, just
Take
enough
the
so
edge
that-
off.
Yeah, literally. So if I fall down the freaking mine shaft, I don't break something. I don't frenzy.
Like Archer says, just a tip.
Or do I give
Really?
up trying to wake this dude up?
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
She's not hung up.
I want to play the song.
I'm rolling something to go give me it.
She rolling percentiles to figure out whether or not she's going to diablerize.
I'm specifically trying not to
Nordy
diablerize
thinks it's
somebody.
a bad idea.
You're rolling a
Nordy
dice
wants
to
you to
figure out if you
diablerize.
are not gonna diablerize.
That was a crit success, whatever I'm crit successing on.
Diablerizing.
Okay,
High numbers, you do it.
well, look. Here's your thing.
Yeah.
You're stuck in this hole. You can't stay here all night.
I
long.
can't stay here all night long. I probably
What are you gonna do?
No one's gonna know. You're in a hole.
You are down here by
I
yourself.
am down here by myself.
And you are an investigative person.
And I really want to know how they were getting a lot of information out of this dude, because that's what the Wraith said. Is that's how this cicada is how that they were learning so much about Kindred.
So get the body, bring it up.
I'm not strong enough for that.
You don't have potence?
That actually just went over the phone.
You don't have potence?
Have what?
Potence. Never mind.
English.
You're not strong.
No, I'm not. I have noodle arms. I'm not a whole lot stronger than I was before.
Yeah,
Alright.
you ain't carrying this guy
Yeah.
out of here.
Can you meet me up top?
Probably.
Can you eat?
Can you
then
come meet me
on
down
top?
here?
I'm not sure where to go.
The med center. There's a hole. I'm in the hole.
Get out of the hole.
No, meet me at the bottom of the hole. That's where the body is.
Oh my god, why is Cole not here? They'd be screaming, sniff the hole.
I'm not playing Gangrel this time.
Well, it is the gangrel's job to sniff the hole.
And he's smelling really tasty. Is that normal?
It's probably an elder.
Really?
Stay away from him.
Really? You didn't say it, you squeaked it.
Look,
Candy.
I'm going to finish up things here, and then I'm going to meet you.
Okay.
Together, we will get that body out, and we'll try to figure out what's going on.
Is
If
it
we
gonna
wake-
be there when
If
he gets there?
if we wake him up, he can climb out himself.
If you wake him up, he might eat you.
There's not much
I
to
could-
eat.
I mean,
Could eat him. He smells like he's for eating.
I am.
He's putting off some comfort food smell. Exactly, Nordy.
She's saying that as she's getting closer and just like nibbling.
So, feeding off of one of us, is that a bad thing?
Yes.
How bad?
How bad would Sal explain about... how much of that would have Sal actually have explained? Other than
I have a
don't
feeling
drink out
Crow
of...
may have gone
Don't
a little
get
bit.
caught.
That sounds about right.
Sal would have told you just to not get caught. And if I don't know about it, that means I can't tell anybody else.
Look,
Well, Lorenzo, you're the new Sal.
there are very strict laws
Fuck
about
them
that
laws.
kind of stuff.
Fuck them laws.
Okay.
Keep the
If you're caught, you could end up getting executed.
Just for a taste?
No one just tastes a fucking elder.
Is it an elder though?
How do you know
by
if
your
you
reaction,
taste?
I just know I'm starving
You're
down
gonna
here,
have to
man.
embrace this. Just put it in your mouth, swish it around, spit it out. It's
I
like a
just know
wine
I'm starving
tasting.
down here, man. He's smelling real good, and a creepy bone spider's there, and I'm not gonna
Point
be
out
able
the
to come out of
goddamn
this hole.
message.
look, just don't touch him. I'll be there as soon as I can.
You might want to hurry then.
Yes, it's a miracle.
Be good. I will be back. I will be there as soon as possible.
So you hang up the phone, correct?
Yes.
You head where? What's going on? What's Lorenzo doing now?
I'm going to poke my head into the trailer,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to...
Everybody just stops talking and looks up at you.
I'm going to make a security
Meerkat.
check around the perimeter.
About time you do your job.
McCarthy gives Levi the most "I will fucking kill you" look.
My bad. I'm sorry. I get
Like,
excited.
Fangs extend. His skin goes white. You can see blue veins. This is not a humane vampire.
Want me to escort him out while I'm at it?
You're about to get drop kicked off the property
With potence.
with potence.
DeLuca actually looks over to Levi. What do you want to do?
I can be quiet and just observe if I will be of help
I
to you.
think Levi's gonna stay. And that same "I will kill you" look just slowly makes its way over to DeLuca. But everything seems to be under control, except for McCarthy's self-control. So,
I'll check back in shortly. I'm just going to do a quick check, make sure everything else is secure.
Valentino did what now? Did he just run when he had the chance, or
Pretty much.
I told him
It's
to
just
leave.
control.
before
Yeah,
I
you're
kill
still
him,
dealing with
and he left.
the
I'm by
bug
her
spider.
car.
Okay. So you're standing out by the car now. Okay.
Controlling the bug
And I'm giving the
spiders.
control, the spider that's near her to start going up, finding him.
Okay. Well, as you're making your way over there, I take it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you see her car parked out by the gates
On the other side.
that have a broken chain, and it looks like they've been aged, weathered, and snapped. And you see Valentino by her car.
Valentino.
You just put up a peace sign.
I'm sorry, I'm now imagining the character from frickin'
Yeah.
Sons of Anarchy just...
He actually does
Could be
that.
finger guns.
Alvarez.
Alvarez does that in Maya, it's no joke. Like he's waking up, is like, yo,
That your spider?
yeah.
Well, she's trying to kill it.
I figured that's why I delivered her a message and she still doesn't do it. By the way, she's about to bite.
Yeah, I know.
No, like, if you're wasting time talking to me right now.
Can your spider escort me to her?
What do you think I was doing?
Okay. I'm going in after.
You go to open the door, and you go to open the gate, and the whole thing just kind of collapses onto the ground with a very like a dull thud.
Okay.
Do you have what do you have? Do you have any aspects? I don't believe you do.
No.
Okay. There's a body part laden mosquito spider that takes you over to a side building.
Okay.
Where you find a part of the floor that has been kind of like wedged open in a strange way, like it was supposed to be a platform that lowered itself, but it's been forced open, almost like a tin can that has been stretched up. You can actually see some claw marks in various places around the room where something has ripped itself out of this floor, and you see a very large cable that is going, it's tied to some furniture that's been bolted down to the floor, and it goes down into a hole where you can actually see some light.
All right. I'm climbing down.
Okay, please give me a Dex plus Athletics, and if you fail, I'm gonna laugh.
Especially because Dan made that one.
No, I just really want to see somebody fall down this hole. Okay, well that character's out for a little while. You've got two choices for.
Oh
food.
no! Oh no!
You can eat them both.
Dinner, dessert.
One success.
One success. You are going to lose here. You
You
are not
are gonna
going
fall
to do
down the
well
hole.
here. Is there anything that you can do to stop yourself
you-
from falling?
Willpower.
Would you like to re-roll up to 3 regular dice for spending a willpower?
Sure.
Total of 2.
Yeah.
Succeeded a
Oh
cast.
God!
You can succeed, but you will be eaten by Daniela.
God, what would the cost be if I did let you have this? Okay, you
Broken
can
arm?
succeed at a
Well,
cost.
I can't add my potence for getting down here, can I?
What potence do you have?
I've got potence 2. I've got up to prowess.
What are prowess? Is you add your
I add my
strength.
potence to my.
Add your potence. Yeah, roll your potence.
Okay.
You've got 2 successes. Go ahead and roll your potence. See if you can have a grip.
Nope.
No successes on that. God, damn.
I'm not rolling well tonight.
Okay, so you can
Welcome to the club.
you can succeed at a cost. The cost is an aggravated damage.
An ag?
You are falling 5 flights of
5 stories.
5 stories and holding on to a textured, woven cable that you will take an ag from the burn as you slide down this rope.
Holy fuck. Okay.
You are going to rip the skin up on your hands. Or you can just fall.
And
And we will talk about the damage you take for 5 stories of damage. Your choice here is 1 aggravated or 5 superficial.
Right, I'll take the 1 ag.
Okay. Because you're going to take a superficial per level you fall.
Yeah.
And then I'm also going to make you roll a save to see if you land badly. But so you take that ag?
I'll take that ag.
Okay. So, ow,
Yeah.
that's painful. And you can actually smell the burning as he's falling.
Food?
I need you to roll
A frenzy
a
check.
composure plus resolve.
Hashtag frenzy check.
Have you spent any willpower?
I have not spent any
Good.
willpower.
Okay.
You don't need it. Well, do we
Composure
have
plus
You don't-
resolve is just
5 hunger? Okay.
2 successes.
2
2
successes.
successes. I'm about to say, am I?
Willpower to roll those 2?
I'm not sure I can roll a will.
All
Spend
right.
a willpower to re-roll a willpower check.
Right.
I
I don't think so.
and I've
yeah.
only
Pretty
Okay.
sure that's a no.
We're
That's
going
a
to
no.
check something real quick. Oh, where are you? 219.
Somewhere over the rainbow.
Dan is in such a keyed up state as it is.
Yep.
Creepy bone spider, interesting dead quote unquote body, and hungry
Not interesting, yummy looking.
Okay.
and hungry. So
Yeah. Yummy looking. And now probably a second one just arrived.
Ooh, what was your success?
2.
Okay.
You just. You can
This
have
was a
it.
difficulty of 4.
Yeah.
So you're
I
in
just felt that.
You're in a frenzy.
Yep.
Are you going to frenzy on Cicada? Or are you going to frenzy on
What kind of frenzy is it?
hunger
It's a hunger
frenzy?
frenzy.
It's a straight out hunger frenzy. You now have a smell of blood.
I'm going for the source of blood then. I mean, that's
Strangely enough, though, they both are an equal pull to you. So let's. Would you want to try to ride this wave? Because if you burn a willpower, you can pick your target. If not, you're going for Cicada.
yeah. I'm gonna burn the willpower. I just know it's not gonna end well if I go for Cicada.
Okay.
I know it's not gonna end well if I go for Lorenzo, but
He can at least defend himself.
exactly.
Okay.
So I'm gonna burn the willpower and go for the fresh blood.
Okay. So you hit the ground with a loud thud. Your hands are freaking killing you. And the next thing you know, this scrawny little thing is after you.
As soon as
She
I...
looks bad too. Her eyes are sunken in. She's very pale. She's very bestial at the moment, and she's attacking you.
Ow! I'm not holding back my potence either.
Okay, so what are you rolling?
I'm rolling
Brawl plus potence.
Strength plus brawl plus
Potence. And you are going to be rolling your strength.
Oh!
What'd you get? You might
8.
not have to roll at all.
8.
Successes. 2 criticals.
You can go ahead and roll if you want to roll that one
Yeah, I'll roll my 1.
to see how it might stop you from taking some damage.
Hey, at least I didn't
doesn't.
blast you with the hand cannon.
You.
Yeah, you might have just torpered me right here.
How much health do you have? He does not torpor you, but it has rolled over to 3 aggravated
Yep.
damage.
That's crippled at this time, right?
Yeah, you are quite damaged.
You probably have a dislocated jaw by now.
I'm still hungry.
So,
I'm still hungry.
and all of a sudden, now that you're on the floor in here, you can smell why the frenzy is happening. There is something in here that is just compelling. So, Daniela, their broken body starts to pick itself up off the floor, looking at you, bent in an inhuman pose, her jaw off to one side, one of her eyes bulging a little farther out than it should, both of her arms on the left side as the right arm is folded over her back, but she's still trying to use it to crawl towards you.
A Walking Dead situation. Do you shoot it or do you help it?
In this room, you can see 3 cages. You can see the body on the pulled out bed from the wall that it's sitting on with the fog billowing out. Some computers.
I'm going to attempt to pull my punches a little bit, but I want to knock her ass out.
Okay.
Subtitle.
To show that you are pulling your punches, I will let you sacrifice dice.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to sacrifice 2 die, just in case.
2 successes.
2 successes.
2 successes. Go ahead and roll.
Not trying to kill her, I just want to...
Okay. You're gonna deal 2 successes. And... is that all of your boxes?
It is all my boxes filled with ag.
Okay.
That is torpor, if I remember
That
correctly.
is... yeah, you've definitely succeeded. And now you have 2 bodies to worry about. She hits the ground with a dull thud. It's interesting to see such a small animal at that point, but still have such ferocity. It's like watching like a small cat with rabies. Really, just in comparison with potence and
Yeah. Dude, I'm sorry, that first hit was lucky. That was
8, 2 crits, literally.
Yeah.
2 sets of crits.
so.
damn.
You're lucky it wasn't bestial crit.
As somebody who runs high potence on my other character, I fully understand.
Yeah. So
Lucky that wasn't bestial.
Yeah.
Master
I'm
Bolt.
lucky he wasn't actually trying to kill me.
yeah. So what is your action at this point, Lorenzo?
Well, I'm going to look at her, sigh, and, well, I guess I'm going to have to...
The hand is
Either
literally...
I'm going to have to go and wake you up, which may not be a good idea right now, or I can carry you up and drop your ass off.
Drop me off with Crow, I'm sure that would be a good idea.
He was like, bitch, here you go. That's my payment.
So, hey, can you come get your kid?
She done fucked up.
I'm gonna say the
going
clipboard
around.
is also right over there. Just FYI.
She done fucked up.
Power's still on in here.
Power's still on in here.
Calling up Whistler.
Hello.
Hey, might need a pickup.
Okay, please explain.
Dan found an elder down in the building.
What do you mean she found an elder in the building?
She found something that that CERT was experimenting on. I believe it to be elder blood. And when she saw me, she blood frenzied, and I had to knock her out. So now, instead of just trying to recover 1 Kindred, I've got 2.
Right.
Is there any way I can arrange someone who can... Dan's car is up above ground right now. Yes, but you are on a motorcycle and you have to take your own...
I'm on the
motorcycle.
freaking her next to her car.
You have each other's phone numbers.
Yeah, he does.
I don't know who this elder is. I would not recommend. I told Dan not to try waking it.
Tell you what. I'm on the. And I'm gonna call post. It's midnight.
Yes.
And a lot of creepy shit is going on right now. Shit hit the fan. I am actually very happy that you guys have found Cicada. However, it has been sitting there since we ran the server.
I'm so glad I didn't hit you any harder than I did.
You're lucky that wasn't a messy crew. Messy crew would have actually instantly freaking torpor her.
Well, that was the point of the operation.
So how's everybody feeling?
Fucked up. I mean, my character's only 3 years embraced it, and he's dealing with the shit.
Embraced in December.
And it's what? April?
Yeah. You were embraced in February. You were embraced around Super Bowl season.
Yeah.
It's actually how I know you were embraced.
Hey,
You are the oldest one here.
no. Hattie's actually.
Oh, last Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last Tuesday.
That's what I'm saying.
December.
No, Hattie's the oldest one. Hattie is.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
right now, you were the oldest one here. You were embraced in 90. Yeah, you got like a year on everybody, I think.
I got a couple of years, I thought.
Maybe.